Good morning and welcome. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. I am Nanatufo Boateng. Now, you notice I was online because there are a number of stories this morning. Quite interesting one. So many of them that concern you and I, but of course, all of them are affecting our national development, our national growth as a country. But one thing that is important that we all do as a people is to go before our Maker and to pray. And that's why throughout the entire month of April, we have brought to you the seasons of prayer. We've been praying from the 1st up until today. We wrap it up today, the 30th of April. And it's been a wonderful experience so far, seeking God's face, seeking God's intervention, and seeking God's direction in all that we do and in all that concerns us. We're wrapping it up today, and so we urge you to finish with us, okay? We had the midnight cry at 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Then this is your day from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. And we have the prayer encounter later today at 12 noon. That's 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Join us on Facebook Live. Facebook Live at City 973 on Twitter. That's X. Yeah, X at City 973 and on Instagram at City 973 FM. So join us and let us pray. Let's commit this nation into the hands of God. Our leadership, let's pray for wisdom for our leadership. Let's pray for strength and fortitude for our leadership so that they may be able to steer the affairs of this country into a successful place that the good Lord himself has destined for us. Let's pray for our families. Let's pray for our businesses, our organizations, our friends. Let's pray for our colleagues. Let's pray for our general well-being. Okay? There's so much that the good Lord has done and continue to do. And so let's climax the prayer with thanksgiving, praises, and worship. So join us for the prayer encounter, which will be the last bout of the seasons of prayer today at 12 noon, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. live on Facebook, City 973. And let us pray. We look forward to seeing you during that prayer session. The Seasons of Prayer is brought to you by 97.3 City FM. And if you want some more information, you can call 0244 981112. 0244 981112. All right. So as we have prayed throughout the month of April, we need to come together as a family and lift up thanksgiving, praises, and worship, even as we ask God to seal the blessings and to perform the wonders, the miracles, and the requests that we have put before him throughout the seasons of prayer. And so we ask that you join us tomorrow, May 1, at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel here in Accra for the family consecration service. The family consecration service. Join us at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel in Accra for the family consecration service. Let us meet as a family. Let us unite in purpose. Let us unite as a family with one heart and one accord and pray to God for fortification, for strength, for health, for wealth, for progress, for success, for marriages, for fruits of the womb, and you can name them. So put your request. I keep saying that I go to some of these prayer gatherings with a prayer request written on a small piece of paper in my pocket. And so while praying, I keep touching it, I keep referring to it, and you can trust that man above. Yeah, showboy. He will deliver. You understand? So you can do same. It works for me. It might work for you. Write a prayer request on a small piece of paper, fold it into your pocket, and come to the family consecration service. You'll be amazed the wonders that the good Lord will do. All right? The Lord himself will use you as a blessing to bless others. And so anyone that encounters you after the family consecration service will be a blessing. It will be like the Midas touch effect. And then you see how any and everything that you touch becomes successful and grows in the Lord. So let's meet at the family consecration service, which of course will be led by anointed men of God, Reverend Stephen Wengam, Reverend Mauli Chikata, Reverend Mauli Benson, Reverend Michael Nuagbewonu, Reverend Nelson Awintia, Reverend Fred McDavis, among a host of other ministers of God, will all be at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel here in Accra for the family consecration service. It's on Friday, the 1st of May 2026. That's tomorrow, Labor Day, May Day. We're starting at 6 a.m. and closing at 12 noon. So it's 6 hours of intense prayer. We'll pray about any and everything. What we need to tie, we will tie. What we need to bind, we will bind. What we need to release, we will release. What we need to set free, we will set free. So come and let's pray together at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel here in Accra for the family consecration service. We look forward to seeing you at the family consecration service, brought to you by 97.3 City FM with support from Channel 1 Television. So please make it a point to join us and let's pray together. Now today is Thursday, so you already know what's happening on TV, on Channel 1 TV at 7:30 p.m. This evening, the Blanksons will air another beautiful episode, all right? So you want to join us for this one. Interesting. You find out what is happening with Papa Blankson and his family, what drama will unfold tonight, the excitement, the suspense, you know, any and everything inside a typical Ghanaian family setting. So join us tonight at 7:30 p.m. Let's enjoy the Blanksons. Papa Blankson himself will be doing the magic in the family, and then the wife and the kids will follow. And you meet Vincent at the gate with his own version of every story. So the Blanksons will show this and every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV. It is a Channel 1 TV original, a Channel 1 TV production, and it's repeated on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So let me give you the time slots for the various repeat bands. Tuesdays, the repeat is at 3 p.m. Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Fridays at 11:30 a.m. Saturdays at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 4:30 p.m. So these are the various repeat time slots that we have for you. And so if you look at it, you get to catch the Blanksons every day in the week except on Mondays. So 6 out of 7 days in the week, you get to enjoy the Blanksons. Aren't we generous enough? But join us tonight, all right? There's the first airing of a new episode tonight at 7:30 p.m. Join us and let's enjoy the Blanksons together. But let's say thank you to Nasco Electronics, Lazy Shitter, Out Multi-Purpose Insecticide Spray, and Everpack. Nasco Electronics, Lazy Shitter, Out Multi-Purpose Insecticide Spray, and Everpack. I want to say thank you to all these organizations for holding us down and backing us to bring you the Blanksons. From tomorrow, we're in a new month. And you see why it's important that we should come and pray at the family consecration service. Let's commit the new month into the hands of God Almighty. But the new month also comes with something wonderful, something beautiful, an opportunity to celebrate, to recognize, to appreciate, and to express gratitude to our mothers. Okay? So every May, within just around the first or second week, we have an opportunity to celebrate our mothers on Mother's Day. Without a mother, none of us would have been here. Someone took on the pain, the task, and the responsibility to bear us, carry us for 9 good months, and to go through that excruciating pain of bringing forth. And today we are here. We can only be grateful to such persons who we call mothers. Now, there are those also who may not necessarily be biological, but have played a motherly role in our lives. They have served as our mothers through it all, and it's important that we go back with thanksgiving and our hearts full of gratitude and to say Thank you, Mama. And so, this season, we're rolling out a promo, which we call an episode with Mama. An episode with Mama. All you have to do is to send us a message. All right? Send us a message via WhatsApp. 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. And tell us what Mama chose to forgive. What sin, what crime, what omission or inaction or action did your mother choose to forgive you for? We all know the many stories, the many things that we were involved in, or in one way or the other found ourselves doing. But a mother's love is like no other. And so she forgive you. And that was a turning point in your life. It's important that you add this to your message. Now, go on and tell us the sacrifices she made. You see, a mother will sacrifice it all just to see you smile, just to see you do good in life. And so, I am sure and I believe that we all have stories to tell about the sacrifices that our mothers have made for us. Then there's that one action that will always leave an impact in your life. It could be some lashes that she gave you for doing something wrong, and the memory of the pain from that lash has turned you into a better person today. Or it could be an advice that your mother gave you, which advice you took and today is making an impact in your life. Share with us these stories, what Mama chose to forgive, the sacrifices she made, and the action that left an impact on your life. Share these stories with us via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. So share this with us. While at it, include your name, your number, and your mother's details. So name, number, and mama's details. And send us this text or message via WhatsApp 0539 986 996. Don't forget the hashtag, an episode with Mama. An episode with Mama. And of course, the promo is brought to you by 97.3 City FM and is sponsored by GTP and supported by Tekura. So I want to say thank you to GTP and thank you to Tekura for helping us push an episode with Mama promotion. So please, just follow the guidelines. Send us a message to 0539 986 996 telling us what Mama chose to forgive, the sacrifices she made, and that action that left an impact on your life. Let's celebrate our mothers this Mother's Day, May 10. And it's important that you engage in this episode with Mama promotion. God bless you, and we look forward to reading all the amazing stories that you'll be sharing with us. Now, let me tell you about World Cup Central. The World Cup is just a few days away. We're building up to it, and so we're bringing you all the statistics, all the figures, the pairings, the draws, which group will be the group of death, which team is going into the World Cup as a favorite, which team is going into the World Cup as an underdog, which team is likely to cause a surprise, which team is likely to disappoint. How has the build-up been towards the World Cup? Which friendlies have been played? What results came out of those friendlies? What pairings? All of that information is on World Cup Central, and World Cup Central airs on Fridays at 3 p.m. here on Channel 1 TV. And you should be able to join us for this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful build-up to the World Cup right here on Channel 1 TV. Your host is Gabby Ofair, and he will be engaging some interesting guests, some of the old names you haven't heard in a while, some ex-football stars, some former sports journalists, some retired pundits. They'll all be on the show. You get to hear their voice again. You get to see their faces. And so join us at 3 p.m. every Friday for World Cup Central, even as we build up to the Mundial, the football if you like, masterpiece. All right, the biggest stage in football. That's the World Cup 2026 happening in USA, Canada, and Mexico. So join us 3 p.m. every Friday for World Cup Central with Gabi Ofair. But while you're at it, go on to the Google Play Store, download the Channel One News online app, and have access to the news. In fact, some of the news will be coming from World Cup Central because some of the things that will be said by the ex-players, the ex-journalists, the current journalists, the sports analysts, the sport pundits, all will be reflected in news stories on Channel One News online app. The app is on the Google Play Store, so download it now and install on your device, and you have access to the news. Let's go into the newspapers now. When we're done with the papers, we go online and bring you some stories from our web portals. But let me start with the Daily Guide newspaper. Front page says, Adamus debunks illegal mining tag. Adamus debunks illegal mining tag. Iyoko picks up ex-Gayhawk boss. That's Maxwell Kofi Juma. We have moral duty to speak on Galamsey. That's the Catholic bishops speaking there. There's a sad story here. UCC lecturer and teaching assistant die in crash. It's a sad one. And we pray that their souls will rest in perfect peace. And of course, our condolences to the families of this lecturer and his teaching assistant. Gold Board records $970 million revenue in 2025. Gold Board records $970 million revenue in 2025. So that's on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. The Chronicle. The Chronicle says, armed robbers on IGP Yohunu's radar. Intelligence-led operations exposing miscreants. Then you have Kofi Juma arrested again. Then there's Goldfields Ghana Foundation marks World Malaria Day with strong push against disease. The scripture for today is taken from Luke 13:3. No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. That's Luke 13:3. On the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. All right, let me go to the Herald. The Herald says, Adamus refutes ministry's illegal mining allegation, cites breach of due process in license revocation. Adamus refutes ministry's illegal mining allegation, cites breach of due process in license revocation. Defense Ministry debunks military land grab claim against Ibrahim Mahama. Defense Ministry debunks military land grab claim against Ibrahim Mahama. His 120 million CD donation to soldiers' housing project reviewed. 120 million CDs donation to soldiers' housing project reviewed. Media experts push practice to align with digital realities. Media experts push practice to align with digital realities. Government to fast-track $150 million coastal protection project in Volta. CDS announces new welfare packages for soldiers and veterans. So that's the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, announces new welfare packages for soldiers and veterans. All right, so that's the Herald newspaper. Let's go to the Daybreak. Daybreak says NPRA records 22.6% pension asset surge. Fugu directive cause stir in Ghana Navy. Where the money day. Minority demands disclosure on energy sector levy. And then you have Haruna Idrisu pays courtesy call on ADB MD. Haruna Idrisu pays courtesy call on ADB MD. All right, so we can go online now and bring you some stories from our web portals. I'll start off with Channel One News Online. Now, there's something new that we've introduced on Channel One Newsroom, our major news bulletin. It's part of the business segment, Channel One TV Market Price Barometer. And when you go online, you find the story. Channel One TV Market Price Barometer, April 2026. Fuel and transport signal, rising pressure on prices. So Channel One TV Market Price Barometer, April 2026. Fuel and transport signal, rising pressure on prices. All right. So go and check it out. Of course, I'm sure you must have seen that we've posted on our socials. Go and check it out. It's to help inform your decisions regarding everyday prices of commodities on the markets. All right, so go and check it out. Now, Lightwave secures order for substituted service on a Kandor in defamation case. Kofi Juma's arrest a diversion from government failures. That's according to John Darko. Raw material exports limiting Ghana's industrial growth. That's the TUC's O2 speaking there. Then you have economic growth must include jobs and wages. That's according to the NDPC, National Development Planning Commission. GNFS seeks prosecutorial powers over attacks on firefighters. Ghana National Fire Service seeks prosecutorial powers over attacks on firefighters. GHS probes death of pregnant woman at Kasua facility. Ghana Health Service probes death of pregnant woman at Kasua facility. Quite a sad story that came in from the Kasua areas. A sad one, and may she rest in peace. Our condolences to her family. Akosombo Dam now operating at 70% capacity. That's according to the Energy Ministry. On Dumso, minority files RTI request over energy sector levy funds. Minority again demands action over xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Traditional media is evolving, not dying. That's according to Professor Yeboah Banen. GNA boss calls for tech-driven journalism training reform. And President Mahama says $150 million Waka Fund safe, project to continue. So some stories on channel1newsonline.com. Let's go to citynewsroom.com. citynewsroom.com. Ghana can't industrialize without power and water. And that's according to the NDPC's Dr. Nimoy Thompson. Hiring weakens as job adverts fall despite economic stability. That's according to a report. Ghana needs policy shift beyond inflation targeting. That's according to the TUC. Lightwave e-health sues health minister over defamation claims. Lightwave e-health sues health minister over defamation claims. Ghana's water sector a jungle and must be regulated. That's according to the TUC's Dr. O2. When you go to Kasua, GHS probes mother and child hospital over death of pregnant woman. Dr. Nimoy Thompson says GWL, that's the Ghana Water Limited, drifting from core mandate into sachet and bottled water. Nimoy Thompson again says GDP alone meaningless without jobs. Then you have minority condemns political persecution of Kofi Juma. Asiedu Nketia suspends Northeast thank you tour over security concerns. Professor Yeboah Benin urges AU to lead revenue talks with tech platforms. Ghana's current growth model not transformational. That's TUC's Dr. O2. Oil prices rise. Oil price rises above $120 after reports of extended Iran blockade. And Dr. Nimoy Thompson says xenophobic attacks in South Africa reflect deeper internal violence. So, yeah, a host of stories on channel1newsonline.com as well as on citynewsroom.com. You can follow our socials, like, subscribe, share, comment, and of course engage with our posts at Channel 1 TV GH. All right, Channel 1 TV GH. All right. Okay, so want to say happy birthday to Mirinda, an amazing woman, fantastic individual, and we pray for God's blessings upon your life. May the good Lord continue to guide your path. May he show you mercy, may he grant you favor, but above all, continue to bask in the glory of the good Lord. And we're praying with you, we are wishing you well, and we are asking for favor upon your life. All right, this one says, hi, Nana, please help us wish our dearest father a happy birthday. So happy birthday to our dearest father. Thank you for your love and care for us. We love you dearly, and we pray for strength, good health, and prosperity upon your life. May you enjoy your day to the fullest. Happy birthday, Daddy, from your children, Paul and Louisa. Daddy, we wish you well. God bless you. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the news review segment.
What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
We have many songs live. Baby, careful,
because hey, and yo,
eti lai, mi neshi habu, eshi makpa.
what that?
Amye koma ye, habu foi.
Okay, foi, a foi.
Tu bami, dada malapama. Dada malapama, awude devinya, banu bu.
What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
Is it gospel or what?
Pull up, just pull up.
So when you sing a gospel song to a child, it will make them sleep. Okay, let's take it again. What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
Maybe cool song.
You say?
Cool song.
This Friday on Footprints, we sit down with Reverend Dr. Christy Tete for a thought-provoking conversation about her ministry under the late legend Archbishop Benson Idahosa and her journey to starting the Solid Rock Chapel International, making her the first female founder on the charismatic scene in Ghana.
And you met Archbishop Benson Idahosa.
Right there at the hotel.
Did you know him before you met him?
At all. Never. When I left his house and came to the church compound, he would bring a bell and ring it at my window. He called me St. Christopher. St. Christopher, it's time for morning prayer. Oh, but
you never came with him to any of them?
No. You won't have that opportunity. You are busy. As a personal secretary to Idahosa, you are Idahosa. People were asking questions from those who came to the morning devotion that, sorry, Ben. Then they will tell the morning devotion. Then they will come and tell me. And I said, morning devotion, they say, yeah, sorry. I love to read too. So when I was going, I took a book with me, written by Rebecca Brown. He came to set the captives free. And when I opened the book, I saw Solid Rock Productions. Solid Rock Chapel. That's how I got the name Solid Rock Chapel. When I came back from prayer, I said, you best start here, sorry. And I started with 9 people, 1994.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello there. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're going into the news review segment. Our guests are seated. We pick relevant topics that concern you and I. We put questions to them regarding same topics. They share their perspectives. They make submissions on these topics. However, I invite you to join us. Let us know what you think about the topics themselves and the submissions that will be made on the show. You can do so via text. The WhatsApp number is on your screens. So send us a text via WhatsApp. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Comment on the streams. Let us know what you think. Then we have some posts on Twitter as well as Instagram. Engage those posts, and you can subscribe and follow us on TikTok for some exclusive video content from Channel 1 Television. We're getting straight into it, and I'll start off by introducing my guest this morning. The Honorable Fusaini Issa Al-Haji is a former member of parliament for Okaikwe North. Alhaji, good morning.
Good morning,
It's good to see you again.
It's always a pleasure to be on your
Very
program.
well. Thank you.
And good morning to your viewers.
The Honorable Nilante Vanderpoy is here, former member of parliament for Ododo, national coordinator for the District Road Improvement Program. Honorable, good morning. It's good to have you. Welcome. Gentlemen, we have an issue at stake. Erratic power supply. The sector minister has addressed the press, given reason to the challenges we are having, given assurances regarding the work that is being done to restore relative stability, as he puts it, in the energy sector. As of yesterday, we were told that the fourth generating unit is back on stream. This morning, we're being told that Akosombo is back up about 70%. We also hear that His Excellency, the President, will be visiting Akosombo today. So stay with us here on Channel 1 Television. We'll bring you updates from that particular visit by the President. But in studio, we're discussing the matter of the minority demanding full disclosure on the 1 CD, if you like, Dumso levy, and having put in an RTI request for same. Alhaji, I'll start off with you. We're told that this 1 CD levy is to help offset debts in the energy sector. So clearly we know why it is there. Why are we demanding a disclosure of the levy at this point where we have challenges occasioned by 1, transformer upgrades, 2, an accident, a fire incident at the Akosombo station?
Good morning again to you, Nana, and good morning to my senior man, Honorable Vanderpoy. It's a very interesting situation we find ourselves in as a nation today. Let me address specifically the issue of the energy sector levies and its utilization. But you see, with this whole energy challenges that we are facing, I am happy that the minister yesterday used the term relative stability. He is acknowledging the fact that there is some instability in the system, and he is working towards restoring relative. I mean, he's comparing the current situation to where he wants us to go to. I mean, that's fair. But you see, sometimes it's just not what happens, but it's what the people in office today, how in opposition they had all the answers to the challenges that we're facing as a people. And once they got into the saddle, reality is hit. For me, the irony also is that these are not people who are new to governance in this nation. The current Minister for Energy, 8-10 years ago, he was a deputy minister in the same sector for a very long time. He had the opportunity to know how the sector operates. He's had the opportunity to know what the challenges of the sector were, are, and will be. And so in opposition, we heard him very loud and clear, talking as if he had all the solutions. And so when he got back into nomination, I mean, I recollect that he was among one of the 3 first ministers that were appointed, himself and the finance minister and someone else.
And then AG.
and then Attorney General.
Yeah.
So I would think that there is no excuse at all for him to plunge us into this current challenges that we are facing. There is also this whole notion, there's doomsday, there's no doomsday, and doomsday is caused by the replacement of transformers or what happened in Akosombo a couple of days ago. I recollect that there's a video circulating of the chairman of the NDC who was telling us that it's only an incompetent engineer who will tell you that because I am fixing a new transformer at one point, I should put the lines off at another point. And so when you hear this, and especially the people who said this, and today they find themselves in a saddle, and then all of a sudden we are plunged into these challenges. It is something to be to baffle about. And this whole doomsday thing, they brought out a solution. We've all known that for a long time, some of the challenges we've had in our energy sector is it's a financing problem, and it results mostly in my estimation is because from the point of generation to the point of consumption, we lose about a third through transmission, and that is a huge gap that we need to plug. And there are attempts, there's been investment and all of that in an attempt for us to plug that gap. We have not gotten to a very efficient level. And so the NDC came out to tell us that, okay, since we all, I mean, mostly agree that the challenges in the sector is a result of financing. Let us also look for extra revenues to be able to plug these challenges that we have, legacy debt and all of that. So sometime in July last year, they brought onto us what is generally called the Doomsday Levy, or the Energy Sector Levies Act, which came through Parliament. I mean, they have Parliament, so I mean, the numbers that we have, we couldn't have fought against it. They pushed it through, and so on July, I think 16 or 26, they started rolling it out. And it resulted in us paying one extra cedi per liter of fuel. Yes. Whether you bought super or you bought diesel. I recollect on say 1 cedi per or something like that. They coined some very nice language. So for me, I was thinking that now that the international crude prices at the time were also very lenient to us. We have been able to have relative stability on the exchange rate front. And so with those two factors, fuel prices were relatively low. And so they thought that they could take advantage to bring upon us this doomsday levy. So we started paying one cedi extra per liter. It meant that when you bought a gallon, you had to pay 4 cedis extra more overnight. And this increment in charges for fuel was not only a matter of what we have been known to exchange rates fluctuations and international prices, and I mean those were the two main drivers of the cost of fuel. But they brought in, I mean, levies has been argued for a long time, and people have thought that, look, we could do something about the levies on this day. But rather than decrease it as they had promised in opposition, they imposed an extra cedi per liter. So for some of us, it should be the end of all the challenges. It should be the end of us complaining about legacy debts in the sector. It should be the end of us hearing that IPPs or power producers are crying of outstanding debts. It should be the end of fuel suppliers to this IPPs also crying for debt. It should be the end of ECG crying for investment, because all of this were geared towards improving the level of investment we could have in there. The maintenance and operations of our existing structure, because basically the levies were to forestall the challenges in the legacy debt situation and all the cash water for mechanism, I mean all the shortfalls and all of that. It was also to ensure that there is enough investment in the energy sector to ensure that our systems were up to date, and so that these transmission losses that I spoke about were going to be a thing of the past. So for us, subsequent to that, we didn't expect that months down the line, we were going to be faced with the current situation. In fact, there is a research or some work done by another media house, which was trying to see whether these challenges was directly a result of what happened in Akosombo or the so-called replacement of the transformers. But it was very clear that these challenges dates back way into January, February, way before this replacement of transformers and Akosombo issue happened. So there has been a shortfall in the power available at peak times, and so lights have been going on and off. But because it's not structured, you probably will not see, and whether it's localized or very extensive, it is very obvious. But obviously, generally, we are all experiencing the shortfalls in there. What we are saying is that subsequent to the imposition of this levy, 1 cedi per liter, 4 cedis per gallon for the fuel that we bought, and we were told plainly, in plain language, that one was to ensure that we take up the legacy debt and also to improve investments in the system. So months down the line, you wouldn't expect that we'll be faced with the same challenges that. So it is just rational that we will want to start asking questions. You told us that we were imposing this levy to resolve these problems. Months down the line, the problems are still in there. We still have the legacy debt. We still had challenges in our infrastructure, energy infrastructure, and all of that. So how have you applied the monies? It just makes sense. And why we should be asking those questions, it's just rational. I mean, if you're supposed to come to Parliament at the end of March with a report, and the report is not in, and we are ending April, it is just rational that there is something happening. It is not just with the energy sector. There are other sectors that we've started asking questions. Why certain reports are not in Parliament yet, and all of that. We'll ask questions, and it's to be expected that in the coming days, as prescribed by the Right to Information Act, we are going to have answers to this. Because look, when this levy came up, one of the things that came up was a Chamber of Petroleum Marketing Companies was saying that, look, when there are adjustments in fuel prices as a result of exchange rates or international prices, the oil marketing companies do not even have to pay whatever increments ahead of their transaction they do. But when there are price increments, it behoves that they have to pay the arrangements of GRA, pay these levies even ahead of time. So instantly, these oil marketing companies had to look for extra capital to be able to sustain the levels of business that they were doing. And so these monies have been paid in advance. And because they have been paid in advance, the government should be able, and the sector minister should be able to come and tell us that per week, this is how much I got, and this is how those monies were dispersed. Simple.
Very well. Honorable Van der Poel, your thoughts on this demand by the minority for a full disclosure on the energy sector level?
Well, and I thank you once again, and let me say a good morning to our cherished viewers and also to all my friends and loved ones out there. We've accepted a governance structure which is based upon requirement for transparency and accountability. So on the normal situation, I wouldn't have any problem with any sector of our society, any stakeholder in the development of this country demanding accountability on issues. And I think this government is so interested in maintaining a governance that is open and transparent, a government that is accountable to the people, and whatever demands that the minority will ask of government or any player within our governance system, I can assure them that we will be up to the task.
Right.
We will give accounts of our stewardship at any point in time when required. But I want to say this. The law on equity has always been clear to us. He who seeks equity must come with clean hands. People who run away from accountability, people who never responded to calls of accountability and were never accountable to us, are now demanding people accounts for their stewardship. Well, unlike them, we will do so because that is what is required of us as a responsible government. And also, what was even, to me, naive and a bit off was their demand that the minister should be sacked. What? It's like Kumasi Asante Kotoko telling a crowd of folk to sack their goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare. You understand? It's like Chelsea telling Manchester United to sack Bruno Fernandes. You telling us to sack one of the most competent ministers we've had in this country? John is competent, is capable, and they admire his capability and competence. And the only thing they can do is to wish that he's not in playing. You understand? Sometimes when we're young, when
he
we're
makes the work
football,
difficult for them.
Yes, when we're playing football, what you do is that when you're going to play against a team, you even wish that their best player doesn't show injured before the match. That is what they are looking for. But I can assure them that the Almighty God will keep John strong and healthy. He will give him more knowledge and more ideas to be able to handle that very, very important portfolio. That is excellent.
But you don't think they have a justification in making this demand based on some of the things he said, the solutions he preferred while in opposition?
They don't. Look, what John is doing first is to structure the energy sector in such a way that we can have reliable source of power and energy. 2, clear the mess that 8 years of the MPP created. And I'm very, very happy when my brother talked about the systemic plug within the energy sector. 8 years, they couldn't do anything about it. In fact, when John Mahama's former administration was proactive and forward-looking enough to set up ESLA to handle those legacy debts, when they came, what did they do? They consumed the legacy debt and they even added to the debt. When they were leaving, the debt had ballooned to almost 6.something billion.
But
within a year,
they paid the BDCs via ESLA.
What I'm saying is that whether the plugin was successful or not, they left behind a debt, a huge debt. 8 years, huge debt. Even when we have left them ESLA, almost about 4.something billion. They leaked that one and left behind a debt. So
they paid 4 billion to the BDCs.
And what happened? And how much did they leave behind?
They paid 4 billion to the BDCs. That's January 2020.
Thank you.
And then they went into they used some 10-year and 12-year ESLA bonds.
The issue is that they came to meet an ESLA, a fund dedicated to resolving that problem.
And how much debt?
And what did they do with the fund? They chopped it and even left behind another debt. Today, within 1 year, 4 months, so the government has paid almost 1.7 of that debt. You left behind a structure that had been bruised because you never invested in that sector. You never invested in that sector. What you came to meet, like the parable of the servants, they just went and put the seed under the soil because they don't want to do anything. They did not even invest in the sector to make the sector structurally stronger than they came to meet it. Today, government is building up that sector. In their response to solving the problem, especially the distribution problem, for example, in the Middle Belt, in Ashanti region and the rest, what did they do? Ameri was moved from Takoradi to Kumasi. The same Ameri for which they vandalized John Mahama's name. They had to move it. And do you know how much they spent on moving it? I don't want to mention the figure here. A sector where you came to meet, you did not add even 1% to it 8 after 8 years. That is what John is doing. Do we have identified the shortfalls within the distribution sector? Because infrastructurally, we don't have a problem with capacity.
Right.
As a nation, we have just under 6,000 installed capacity. At peak times, our peak demand is around 4,400 megawatts.
Yeah.
So we don't have any shortfall. So that reference Hussein was making about a particular media house, that media house was just creating, let me say, an non-existent situation because we don't have shortfall. If you have almost 6,000 and your peak demand is 4,400, it means that you have a reserve of almost about 1,600. You get me?
So when Akusumo happens, then we shouldn't have a problem. The Akusumo fire took away just about 1,000.
Yes, about 1,000. So it brings it to what?
So between the 6,000 generation capacity
and 4,004.
4,004.
But you know that we don't use all our capacity.
No.
We don't.
No.
Yes.
VRX
There's always a reserve. You understand? For emergencies. So once even 1 megawatt from the demand goes off, it means that there will be some little bit of interruption within the system. So it is not something that out of somebody's creation. We had a situation as a country. What do we have to do? We have to resolve it. The resolution of that problem has nothing to do with government's intention of improving upon the system through distribution and also revenue collection. And since this government came into office, in the last budget, you saw government's intention, money that has been voted for the purchase of new transformers, the installation of new transformers, the financing arrangement to be able to make ECG strong enough to reduce losses within their revenue collection mechanism. So it is clear that the government is putting up measures to be able to at least reduce the deficiencies we've recognized within the sector from time, including the 8 years of the MPP. Today, you and I are talking about this. Meanwhile, just some few years ago, we've forgotten that by this time, all these shortfalls and problems we are having within the distribution system will have been resolved. But for Bawumia.
Oh, how so?
Yes, PDS. But for Bawumia, if Bawumia had competently stayed on the policy direction that was given for PDS. And has not changed the mechanism and the condition of guarantee, PDS couldn't have swindled Ghanaians and gone with our money and wouldn't have lost the compact to be able to improve upon the structural deficiencies we have in the system. These are the problems today's administration and John Jinapor are resolving. Problems that were created by you. So for them to have the audacity to stand out there and call for his dismissal was just irresponsible to me. Let me also say this. Yes, monies have been collected. As I said earlier on, they'll be accountable. But then, Hussein should not tell me they themselves had not estimated what amount will be realized from that 1 cedi per litre. They know.
They do?
It's not Collins who said it will raise just about 700 million. It's not Collins who said that. They are spokesperson on energy. What will 700 million do to a situation where we are having close to 2.7 billion losses within the system? So you should understand that even the 1 cedi that we are talking about is just to solve part of the problem. There is a bigger problem of consistent shortfalls.
Right.
And government is going to make sure that with the capacity installations that we are doing and the change of old lines and the problems, the challenges with the distributed system, we shall have a much more efficient system of reducing losses and plugging the holes within the system. So what I think the minority should be doing is to encourage government to continue to pursue our energy sector reform program that has been there, and they decided not to follow it.
They actually accused you 3 days ago of not following it. The
We're not
ESRP.
following. Oh, really? With all these installations of new transformers, and are they not part of the energy sector reform program? So what are they talking about? Why is the minority now becoming Anumako Konekode? They go make, they mess up the water.
The water.
And then they turn around and come and ask how the water get messed up. Husseini, I think you are in the wrong place, because I don't know you to be part of such a gang of people.
In one of their press interactions, they actually accuse you of abandoning the ESRP.
Which part of the ESRP have we abandoned? They should be specific. They should tell us. Then we can all interrogate it. Which part of it? We've been in office for just about 1 year, 4 months. Which part of the ESRP have we abandoned? They should tell us. You cannot just we've abandoned it when clearly we are going according to some of the specifics of the new transformers, changing of lines. Some of the lines are old, and they tend to make efficiency become a problem. So all these things are being done.
Renegotiation of agreements.
All this. So which one have we checked? They should tell us. You cannot just make a blatant statement of we are not doing this when in actual fact you won't tell us which of the things we are supposed to do that we haven't done. So I think I have no problem with my very good friend, the deputy whip. Is he a deputy whip?
Yeah, deputy whip.
Habib, demanding and utilizing the mechanism of RTI. It's good, but I'm saying that as a member of parliament, well, he has other tools that he can use, which I think are much more effective. The Minister for Energy can be pulled before the House to answer questions anytime on an emergency. Urgent questions. He has that tool. So he can use that. RTI may not be able to give you all the information you are
Parliament
looking
is
for.
on recess, right?
No, but you can. Were you not the ones who asked Parliament to come on a state of a state of agency and came and talk about a Ford, a very very petty issue of Ford, a Ford car. You brought the whole Parliament together,
that it's
and you think that you will not.
It's impractical today to recall Parliament.
How?
And it's impractical. Like Speaker Bagby and all of that. It's impractical to recall Parliament for the
on an
minister to
urgent
answer.
issue.
It's impractical. I mean, let's be real.
You are being pessimistic.
He won't even mind you.
No, you are being pessimistic.
The Speaker won't
on a
even
very important issue like power.
The Speaker won't even mind you. You know it.
How?
You know it. And so he's just using the tools.
But what I'm saying is that the Speaker, his leadership will not have any problem if today they demand that we should have an urgent recall of Parliament to discuss the issue of the fire in Akosombo. It's a national infrastructure, critical national infrastructure issue, and Parliament will have to respond. You understand? Because RTI, which institution are you going to address it? To Minister of Finance? Or the ECG?
No, but GRA actually.
The GRA will not be the only institution.
They are in charge of collection.
Yes.
And the Ministry of Energy are in charge of disbursement. That's a fact.
But the issue, the issue is that once GRA collects, it goes into government consolidated fund.
Right.
But there's a purpose. And there's a trail.
So I'm saying
there's always a trail.
There's a paper trail.
Yes. But what I'm saying is that it creates a cumbersome position. GRA, Minister of Finance, Energy. But then you can ask questions straight on an urgent question straight in Parliament to the Minister of Finance, and he will answer. This is how much we collected through GRA. We've disbursed the amount to Minister of Energy. Or Minister of Energy to say, look, this is how much we got from finance. So it's clear. I believe that too will give you the answers better and in a much more, let me say, legalized environment, because once in Parliament no one can commit perjury.
Right.
You understand?
Nobody
will commit perjury in Parliament. So the answers that the minister will give in parliament will be much more, let me say, justifiable than what you will get from any other government institution, because that government institution may give you an answer. If you are not happy, you have to require further explanation. But then in parliament, you are sure to get a very justifiable answer to the question you ask.
Oh, the doom so nabu.
There's no doom so.
24 hours.
There's no doom so. You are the ones who brought doom so, and then you brought doom so, and you decided that you call it doom CC.
Yeah, we should go and find our own timetable.
We should go and find our own timetable.
Currently, we are acknowledging that we have that challenge. In fact, a couple of
You
days
have
ago.
what challenge do you have?
A couple of days ago.
What challenge do you have?
A couple of days ago.
And you are calling something doom so lady. What is doom so lady?
Put a schedule on our class platform. For some weird reason, I thought, oh, finally we have a schedule. Apparently it wasn't to be. Tell us, yesterday, my friend Ebenezer Nati was giving account of specific incidences. People who own cold stores, whose stock had gone bad. People whose television are blowing up just because of it. He gave a vivid account.
Television is blowing up.
Of course, the lights come on and off, and so sometimes the power surges, and then the circuits, and then they blow off. See,
but
honorable, I keep hearing that people are saying that an MPP over 8 years didn't do anything in the energy sector. We added up to 1,600 megawatts.
Where?
To our installed capacity. I can give you.
Give us.
Asogli 180 megawatts.
Asogli.
In 2017.
Asogli.
Asogli.
Kappa. Oh, I mean, this, of course they are, but when you sign IPP,
is it 2017?
Help.
2017. When did you come to power that you said you added?
I can give you.
I see you came to power in 2017. So how did you add the 1,000?
But we could sign. I mean, even if we came to meet a contract that had been signed and we facilitate for the provision of it, why is it not?
Did you sign that contract?
When you came,
I am telling you.
When you came
over
2017,
8 years,
you started talking about Ameri and car park, and you brought up a Jacob and the people to go to. What do you call it? The expedition that
of course.
What do you call it? Alibaba expedition.
We were both in parliament at the time. So we knew the issues that transpired. But so year in, year out, I can give you how much we added to our installed capacity. And it adds up to 1,600 over 8 years.
Over 8 years?
So and 8 years you didn't do anything. And then, hey, please, come on. We came to meet an energy or a legacy debt of about 2.5 billion. By the time we were leaving office, we left about 2.4 billion. And instructively, we kept the power on, the lights were on for 8 years.
When you were leaving office, you left what?
For 8 years, the power was on.
You left
and that is what we expect.
How much did you come to receive on
what we
Esla?
expect.
How much
if
did
you
you
look at it,
Esla?
there was a press release on the
No, Esla. Tell me, Esla, how much did you meet
somewhere
Esla?
January 2026. That the ministry had paid about 1.47 billion to clear.
Yes.
To clear. To clear. Just so if we met 2.5 billion, and we at the time we were exiting, it was about 2.4 billion. And essentially, we kept the lights on. We kept the lights on even at very high and world crude prices.
You also
over
had,
the 8 years.
You also had problems.
Through challenges.
And you said it was doom CC.
Through challenges that we had. We were. And look, there's location of the plant and all of that. It's to bring efficiency in the system.
Really?
We keep talking about transmission losses. And so if you produce at Takrady or Tema and the consumption point is Kumasi, the transmission alone, why don't you get a plant closer to the consumption point so you cut down on transmission loss? It makes sense.
So why didn't you
and
invest?
If you look at the cost benefit analysis of that movement of the plant, and you're going to make some savings, it makes sense that you relocate the plant. And that's exactly what we did.
That's why you moved it to Kumasi.
That's what we did. It makes sense.
Did they solve the problem?
It is closer to and I'm sure before any such project is undertaken, there's a cost benefit analysis. It's going to cost us X amount to relocate the plant. In relocating the plant, we are going to save this amount on transmission losses. Why not? If it makes sense, if it makes financial sense, you do it.
But when you relocated it,
you see this whole thing, when it started over the weekend, I was hearing, oh, heads are rolling. the ECG boss is being fired, or I mean,
Has
and
he-
subsequently,
has ECG boss been
subsequently,
fired?
subsequently. Oh, but if you check Facebook posts of people like Basintali,
Oh, but sometimes
go and
why
check
you-
his Facebook post.
Why don't you check the ECG? You say ECG. Why
Go
don't
and check
you use the
it. Go
ECG?
and check what he said. I am telling you that I had allegations of the boss being fired. Subsequently, it came out that, oh look, the guy was due for retirement and he's on terminal leave, and so it's
ECG
not
or
a,
Gridco?
one of them. One of
Anyways,
them. I'm not too
Gridco,
sure.
not
Gridco.
yeah.
Gridco. Okay, Gridco. We heard that some district managers in Ashanti region were being moved around because they are suspected to be
but moving
elements
around,
of the
is it-
NPP who are causing the issues in the Ashanti.
But
all
people
of
are
that.
moved around all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time.
And so don't
Nana City here did not start from City.
don't put this whole issue or challenges in the sector to some political. There are about 21 reasons given somewhere that inclusive in there are snakes in some of the
That's a whole. That's a
stations.
specific issue.
Come on,
Did you see the python?
come on.
No, did you see it?
Come on.
Would you go and work there, knowing that there's such a python?
Of course I
in
would.
there?
Of course I won't. Of course I won't. But these are some of the matters. I
But that was specific. It wasn't like-
I also saw a video of a member of parliament saying that, oh, within Accra there are new high-rise bill coming up, and so our consumption has gone up.
True.
It took me back to around 2014, 2015, when we were told that more people are charging their mobile phones, and it was one of the problems why we were in doom. So I mean,
But
all
on
of
the
this
high-rise building,
any system,
No.
any
Just a
system
second,
like
just
we
a
have,
second, just a
any
second.
system like you are levying us to build, right? We have projected the increment in demands per annum. We have installed capacity bigger than what our consumption.
Yes.
And so you
You
actually
see, Alhaji, the challenge
and
is
so
that-
for you to come and tell me that,
just a quick
for you
one,
to
just a
come
quick
and tell
one,
me
just a
that
quick
my
one.
lights are going out because they are
Alhaji,
more
high-rise
new
buildings.
come on, nah.
Just a quick one.
Come on.
The level of consumption of a high-rise building may not be the same as a normal building situated in a
I've
residential
told
area.
you that
The challenge
that
is
is
the
why-
rezoning
that
that
is
we're
why-
doing, and not
That is why-
retrofitting our transformers to meet same.
That is why. That is
or
why.
upgrading the transformers to meet same.
That is why I keep saying that. Look, there are challenges in the system. Nobody. Yesterday I heard the former ECG MD Dubik on some other platform saying that even in residential areas these days, people have lifts in their building, and looking at the consumption of let's say a lift. And given the distribution or domestic distribution, it disrupts, and so the circuit should be going off. It makes sense that way.
And then the
so
high-rise
all of
doesn't
that-
make sense?
It makes sense that way. But you see the high rise.
You see what you're doing.
When I
You are
talk about
picking
the high
and
rise,
choosing.
when
That's
I
what
talk
you're
about the
doing.
high rise, the fact that consumption has gone up, and I linked it. It just reminded me of what we had in 2014, 2015.
The charging
that
of phones.
The charging of phones has caused us doom. So in this country, those were some of the
Who
excuses we had. Oh come
Who
on.
said that?
Oh come on.
Who said
Hold on,
that?
we're in this country.
Who gave that
we're in this
explanation?
country.
No, but you see that
Well,
that's what the
no, no,
high-rise
need
is.
to- need
That's
to
what the
have a-
high-rise it can be explained.
But how about mobile phones?
If there's a
How about
gen-
mobile phones?
If there's a transformer
How
in
about
this
mobile
area,
phones, Nana?
and
How about
pedals-
mobile phones?
pedals-
They say more people
no,
use
but
mobile
let's
phones.
go
That's
with the
like
high-rise
2040.
building. If there's this area is zoned as a residential area, and you come and put a hotel here, which consumes more than the other residential apartments, obviously the initial transformer in that
But
area
you
will
know
have
that
challenges.
you know that most of the time,
And what
most
was
of the time
Nana-
installations like that do not even come through this. They have direct lines.
No,
that
no,
take care of
Nana,
those.
Nana, let me
Have
also
you
say.
noticed people
Nana,
putting sachet water producing
Nana,
factories in
they have
residential
those.
areas?
Nana,
But you see,
Nana,
I
realistically.
would say,
Let's listen to
I
it.
would say,
Let's
and
listen to
I'll
it.
admit we have challenges.
True.
But these are the same people who told us that even when you have to be installing new transformers, it should not cause you blackouts because
Who said it?
I said Nketia said.
Is he the Minister of Energy?
I said Nketia.
Is it the Minister of
You
Energy?
asked who said it. I've told
No,
you
no,
who said
I'm
it.
talking-
He's not the Minister of Energy, but he's no mean a person
just like
within
me.
your party.
No, he's just like me. He's proffering his opinion.
Else, whatever you are saying this morning, I also discount it.
Yes,
but you
Let me
should
say I
right.
should discount what
He said
Asiedu
actually
Ketia
makes
said.
sense, because if what Asiedu said actually makes sense, and that is one of the
If it
challenges.
makes sense. You see,
that is one of the challenges I have
my
with the
point.
attribution of the transformer upgrade to the power outages. Because if we have 3,000 transformers we are going to install, I don't think we are installing all 3,000 at the same time to cause the challenges we're seeing. It should be properly zoned and phased out properly. So that
the ECGMD has come out with a press statement, to tell us.
But the minister has directed that they put out timely information.
You see, if what Asiedu said, right, it makes sense that you wouldn't have to put off a line to be able to replace the transformer. Then we shouldn't attribute our current situation to
that I agree, but it's not necessarily put off, because if I'm replacing the transformer, obviously I will put off. But what I'm saying is that we take that one out, put all off at the same time.
If you take that one out, that we should not attribute our current challenges to replacement of transformers, and then you take the challenge we had in Akosombo a couple of days back out, there is no reason why we should be having our challenges.
No, you are making a mistake.
Those are the two main reasons have been attributed to our current challenges. So if you take that one out and say that it does not make real sense,
there's the generation,
and then Akosombo until a couple of days we did not have any challenges.
There's the generation, there's the transmission or evacuation, and then there's the distribution. If we had invested properly in the transmission, and also in the distribution, this is where the challenge is.
So Honorable Habib and the minorities problem is that you came out last year.
Let's hear
a moment, just let me finish. You came out last year, July, to tell us that for every liter of fuel you buy, we are going to charge you an extra 1 cedi. For every gallon, you have to pay an extra 4 cedis for us to resolve this matter. We probably would not expect that from July until April, we resolve the problem. But the question is that, come and tell us, for that increment, and in levies we have to pay on fuel, what have you applied it? Simple.
Very well.
And we are not saying that we are not accountable. In fact, the PFMA, our constitution, and parliament standing orders will force everybody to be accountable. And that one, you cannot run for accountability. You mentioned that the people who don't want accountability. At what stage did the new patriotic party in government run from accountability? There was no reason. There was no instance.
I will give you so many examples.
There was no instance where we had to account. Where we didn't.
You yourself.
Where we didn't. Where we didn't.
Thank you, Alaji.
We are open and available to be accountable to our stewardship.
Let the Ghanaian decide.
Under normal circumstances, this issue of energy, stability and instability should not be an inflammatory argument at all, because the MPP are aware. Nana, if you come to meet a situation where we have such a level of installed capacity, then we should know that we don't have a problem with generation. Ghana's problem now is distribution. So what a responsible government should have done was to invest in the mechanisms to be able to make efficient distribution and also make sure that we reduce losses pertaining to distribution and revenue collection.
Right.
And we're lucky to have a government, another jurisdiction, that was interested in our power generation. And so they decided to support us. What did you do? You messed up the whole mechanism, created a situation where we lost. So one, we've lost the support that we're going to get in order to create the efficient system. Two, we could not also be able to improve upon the system we have to make it efficient. So what we have actually done was you have added to the problems of the country. This is the situation I want Husseini and his people to understand, that the situation we have today was created by them. And as such, the only thing they can do morally is to support the government to be able to resolve them through the energy sector reform program.
This whole PDS arrangement started way before we came into power. And the personalities and how we got to, we're in parliament together when this whole thing unfolded. I think early last year, there was a study or some reportage where the government itself admitted that they needed private participation in the energy sector, especially with revenue collection and all of that. And so they decided to revisit the PDS matter. I recollect some promises that I am...
Not PDS matter.
Some private
participation,
sector participation.
which is something that even in President Kufuor's era, we decided to do with water and electricity, the utilities, because we saw that the utilities was a problem for us. No, this is something I want us to all understand. As a country, I believe seriously private injection into especially the collection of revenue. I was a member of the assembly, AMA for example, when we saw the problems inherent in our structure in revenue property rate collection. Since the day I was an assembly member in 1992, you understand? We invited private individuals to play part in revenue collection. Because we saw that some of the, up to today, some of the people who are on salary, the revenues they collect for the assemblies is not even 1/10 of their salaries. You understand? Well. So even right there, government is making losses. So we saw that, look, bringing people in who will collect revenue and take commission was becoming more efficient. So private participation in revenue collection is not something that as a country, any of us, any of the political parties have shied away from. But it is how you people handled the whole structure of private participation that we are talking about. That is what has saddled us with the situation we have today. That we have inefficiencies in collection. And yes. No, we said you and I must agree.
So in the last 15 months, what has happened?
That is why I'm saying that in the last 15 months.
But you have increased the levies.
No, but the levies are supposed to address the program that is.
Were you going to apply?
I remember that day.
Were you going to apply?
You were part of the debate.
Were you going to apply?
We all agreed that
government
Ghana government cannot continue using dollars to buy crude, to fire our systems, and then collect revenue in cedis. And then for that situation, anytime there is a sort of fluctuation within the currency, it affects government. You understand? We all agreed. So government must look at efficient systems and reduce its subsidization of utility.
Right.
You started playing politics with it. You understand? You started playing politics with it. And let me tell you, one of the reasons why during the COVID, when they gave water and the electricity came to, because there was no way the government can recoup those monies. So they have to come back and charge us, and even took more from us than what they collected. What they gave, yes. COVID was for how many months? They gave us free water and free electricity for how many months?
Yeah.
They end up collecting COVID levy for how many years? you understand? So the system is.
Why are you linking COVID levy to only utilities?
Because it's utility. I'm saying that I'm looking at the system of collection. We did not say that
the COVID levy was just for utilities.
The utility free.
Within COVID, for over a year, there were government workers who didn't even go to work, but they were paid in Ghana.
So do you
have to use that in other jurisdictions?
So do you have to use my utility money? Do you have to use my utility money to pay for that?
We manage all of that.
But what are the monies you got from the COVID?
Just
what are the monies you got? You got more money from COVID than you spent.
You see, these are all the misconceptions that
what's up misconception?
Me and you were in parliament when COVID hit.
Yes.
When COVID hit,
there was no law backing government finances.
There was panic.
You came to parliament.
I could recollect. There were media. Yes. There were media. There were international media reportage that look. At the time COVID hit from, let's say, January, February, by June, people were going to be dead on the streets of Africa and all of that. There was panic. And we had to do the necessary.
Propaganda.
We have to
propaganda.
By June. Yeah, you can decide today, on hindsight, you can sit and say propaganda. At the time, nobody even understood. Nobody even understood how the virus was behaving. In February, I recollect I was somewhere in Germany. On my way back, they didn't even check your temperature in Berlin when we were leaving. By the time we got to Kotoka, we were already looking out for the virus before we went into the shutdown situation. And so, why do you want to link the COVID levy to just utilities?
I'm talking about
there were major, so many times, several in parliament, several. Severally, there were questions out of the minister. He brought statements.
That was one of the examples I was going to give you, that you were not accountable.
Time and again, we have accounted so many times for what
for COVID levy.
So many times.
You accounted for e-levy.
So many times. Of course, you see, you should also know that for every levy, before every levy goes into parliament, you project the revenues you're going to generate and the use to which you are going to. That's what the PFMA requires. And so to every levy that, and it's similarly, in July last year, when they came with the amendments to the energy sector levies, they came with a projection telling us exactly where the monies are going to be allocated. The question now is,
so you know there's energy sector levy,
and
you are calling it Dumsor levy.
Now, I would say, but a lot of the viewers, I mean, it's easier to relate to it.
It is not easy. It's propaganda.
Because we say Dumsor levy, because we say Dumsor levy because the two main issues were that one, the revenues were going to be applied to the legacy debts that we have in the sector. And then number two was going to improve upon the infrastructure in the sector, such that we have an efficient system that will ensure that our lights are on at a very affordable rate. Those are the two main things that we put in there. And they are all related to Dumsor. And because of the inefficiency that they have applied that revenues, that we suspected that they have applied those levies to, that is why today we are having these challenges.
Do you know why?
It is not due to replacement of transformers. What happened in Akosovo? It is because they have misapplied the money. And that is exactly what we are requesting them to come and account for.
Calling it Dumsor levy from the beginning was one, because they use bringing Mama back will bring Dumsor back before the elections, and it didn't sustain the mantra. Yes. Secondly, they said that we vandalized and demonized the introduction of ye levy. So their idea and strategy was to demonize this levy before it is introduced. So that we will not get the full benefit of it, because they knew that the levy was definitely going to ease the pressure on government in the mobilization of money to take care of the energy sector.
Let's back to Dumsor. Same point that we're fighting against.
Did you back to Dumsor yesterday?
Yes, I had.
Where?
In my house. In my house.
You. Very well.
Yes.
You are a Muslim.
In Akwete.
You are a Muslim.
At 12, exactly 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, my light went out. At 12 o'clock, my light went out.
That's Dumsor. The light.
You see, when it's Dumsor, there's a way it goes out. Within 15 minutes after the top of the hour, when it goes, you know that this one is
very well.
That's my But when it goes out in the middle, or let's say at 47, you know, maybe local fault or something, then I'll worry myself to take a phone and call ECG that there's a local fault somewhere. But you see, when it goes out around quarter to the top of the hour, to quarter after,
the beautiful thing is that Ghanaians are now very, very familiar with your
account.
So it's
Let me
take a quick break here. We'll come back. We'll read your messages and then we'll continue with the conversations. This is Breakfast Daily. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to a mammy man for Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, a man is swing, and a sauce of Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Turn up your sound experience with the We Hear speakers by Lovi. From the sleek We Hear 1 to the powerful We Hear 2, and now the premium We Hear Pro. Fully endorsed by Kylian Mbappe. This is not just a speaker, it's a flexible, high-performance outdoor Bluetooth speaker built to bring your music to life anywhere. With up to 100 watts of music power, you get bold, immersive sound wherever you go. All available in stylish standout colors. Now the good news: from April 20th to May 20th, grab yours at a special discounted price. The We Hear 1 now at 400 Ghana cedis, the We Hear 2 at 900 Ghana cedis, and the premium We Hear Pro now at 3,800 Ghana cedis. Don't miss out. Call 020-195-7739 or pick up at the Atlantic Towers. You can also grab yours at Orange FM Kumasi, Plus FM, or 3 Music TV in Accra. Number 12 of Fuller Street at Belengpe. Don't miss out on this special discounted offer. It's the We Hear promo powered by Lovi. We Hear, feel the power, hear the difference.
The high road, which you should look forward and go in front straight in your future.
Meaning what?
And go straight and think about your future.
Okay. Take the high road. What does it mean?
This is very serious. Take the high road. In terms of simply when you are going to visit someone, you can easily find, maybe the person lives at Insawam. So you have to pick a car that go to Insawam, right? So maybe the direction he gives tells you if you are coming, take the high road and branch by your left or your right.
Oh, I didn't know this. Like, trust me, I'm hearing this for the first time. Like, bro, that's wild.
No power. Another year is here. A new beginning. A fresh opportunity to draw closer to God and to one another. This family month, your family radio station 97.3 CDFM invites you and your loved ones to something truly special. The 2026 Family Consecration Service, a sacred gathering where families come together in prayer, faith, and unity. It's a moment to dedicate your home to God's loving care, to seek His protection, His guidance, and His peace over every household. Come and experience divine connection as we pray for strength, restoration, unity, and direction for our families. Married couples will also have the opportunity to renew their vows, reaffirming love, commitment, and purpose. The date is Friday, the 1st of May, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, Accra. Bring your entire family and come expectant. And let's commit our homes into God's hands. 2026 Family Consecration Service is powered by 97.3 CDFM with support from Channel 1 TV, because the family that prays together stays together.
Calls me home in the power for Christ the solid.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. We're having the news review segment. The Honorable Nilante Vanapoy is here. The Honorable Alhaji Fusaini Isa is also here. I'll take a few of your messages and then we can move on. This one says, good morning, Nana. This is Abdul Ganiu Mankarigu from the Savannah region. Addressing the nation means little when people still don't have reliable electricity. What Ghanaians truly need is consistent 24/7 power, not frequent press conferences or statements that don't translate into real change. It's difficult to accept explanations about the Doomsor levy being introduced to stabilize the power system, when in reality, citizens are paying the 1 cedi levy alongside a 28% increase in electricity tariffs, yet outages have only become worse. Under these conditions, it is understandable that many people find it hard to trust such assurances again.
I know that guy. That guy has no. In fact, the electricity to his house is illegal connection.
Oh,
yes, I know him.
You know him in the Savannah region.
I know him.
The whole world, though. It's only Ghana that is taking Doomsor levy.
Well, is there anything like Doomsor levy? There's nothing like Doomsor levy.
This
energy sector levy.
The truth of the situation is that we have a generation problem.
Do our people know that as at now, even if there is enough generation, because of the problems at the distribution end where transformers are being changed, there will still be Doomsor? Have they accounted for their e-levy?
See,
Kojo from Doma is asking.
Nana, those are the real matters. We should debunk the assertion that transformers are being replaced, and that is what is resulting in our challenges. It is not true. The fulcrum of our problem, as somebody has done some work, it's another media house. I'm not sure if you else I would have given you the video to play. That it's a generation problem. The generation is a result of us having money.
It's not true.
Money,
it's not true.
L'argent to buy food.
It's not true.
To fire the installed capacity. Simple. It's a generation problem. It has nothing to do with technical.
Or even from La Paz says you should give us a break.
Oh yeah.
Because more Ghanaians died during the COVID era proportionally to our neighboring countries.
That is not true. That is not true. Statistically, that is not true.
Really?
That is not true.
People died in other African countries than us.
That is not true. Unless he's able to give me the stats to prove that.
Very well. Let's move to this matter of xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Minority, again, you are calling for arrest and prosecution of perpetrators. Are you going to bring them here to prosecute them, or you're going to prosecute them there? Or
there has been some level of contacts between the two governments. Our foreign minister, did call the High Commissioner, and I recall that even the President of South Africa, and I think the Foreign Secretary have had cause to comment on the matter.
Yeah.
All the minorities asking for in this, let's ensure that, look, the specific individuals who undertook those atrocities are identified and the matters taken to court. Simple. We are not asking that somebody should be brought to Ghana. No. Let's identify. Let's see that those processes are actually, and not just word of mouth. It is, you see, when this thing started, last week we were here, and we all keep saying that the contribution of Ghana towards the dark days in South Africa, if they appreciated, they would have thought through some of these actions and all of that. But you see, people have their freedoms to also move as to where and where they want to go. And there is this growing phenomenon of Ghanaians, especially in the beauticians and all of that, going to South Africa, and so it's even easier, or it's become very easy to identify Ghanaian businesses and all of that and all. But you see, typically, also, I keep referring to the history of South Africa. The indigenous, particularly the blacks, who think that they have been disadvantaged for a very long time. For a very long time. They think that, our situation is even getting worse because of your presence. The jobs that were available to us, you have also come into our system and you are taking those jobs away from us. Because typically, with certain jobs, what the indigene will expect to earn, a foreigner will earn less and still be able to survive and meet their objective of being in the country. But you see, the minority is saying, let's identify the individuals. Let's make sure that the processes towards addressing those atrocities are actually happening. The minority is asking that, look, through ECOWAS, let us have a common stance on these matters happening in South Africa, because today we are talking about Ghanaian citizens. Not too long ago, it was a Nigerian problem. And I won't be surprised that down the line it's going to become some other nationality. Also because of language, and because of the relative sizes of Ghana and Nigeria. It's obvious that we have more citizens, from the sub-region. But all the minority is asking is that let ECOWAS take a stance. Minority on the third point is also saying that AU should start addressing some of the systems, because where we want to go as a continent, when we are trying to break down barriers, Ghana now is trying to make it a visa-free for all African. I think starting the next AU day, right? The next AU day. Between us and South Africa today, you don't even require to apply for a visa like that. It's an e-visa on entry and all of that. We are moving towards a certain commonality and trying to put our economies together and all of that. But you see, even before we are able to grow our economies together, the very first one that will move capital and all that around is a free movement of people. And so once those things are being encouraged, people are moving, people are able to resettle and all of that. So the minority is asking for three things. Identify those perpetrators of those atrocities. Let us encourage ECOWAS to take a common stance on these matters that keep recurring in South Africa. Let the AU take the matter up. So today it's Ghanaians in South Africa. Tomorrow we don't want it to be South Africans in Ghana. We don't want it. So AU should take the matter up and have a common stance as to how countries are supposed to be addressing these things when they come up. Simple. Minority is not asking that somebody should be repatriated. Of course we don't have that power. And we're also encouraging that the president of South Africa has commented on it. We've not heard our president comment on it. So maybe at that level, at the presidential level, we should also see some sort of attempt to resolve whatever is happening. Because
the president has a foreign affairs minister who is engaging.
Similarly, the South African president also has a foreign affairs minister, but he found it necessary to comment on the matter.
Because he's the guilty party.
He's a guilty party. So our president, there's nothing wrong with it. Our president has found platforms to comment on the fact that the Abubu ambulance are not ambulances, but they are health.
Because that is a policy he has initiated. So he has to defend same.
Certainly, if he's defending his policies, it's also good that he makes sure that there's safety of every Ghanaian living everywhere. It's something that he should be concerned about. So if we're calling upon our president, we are not even saying that he should address the nation on the matter. No, that's not what we are saying. That we are encouraging him to have some sort of presidential link with his counterpart in South Africa to ensure that the matter is being addressed there. In fact, South Africa is a very important economy on the African continent.
True.
I mean, along with Nigeria, they are the two biggest economies, and we cannot brush them off, or we cannot say our citizens should stay away from South Africa. No, neither can we say South Africans should also stay away from Ghana. So we should encourage that sort of relationship. At that level, we want to see some sort of interaction between our president and the South African counterpart, ensuring that the citizenry in either part of in either of the two countries are being we are watching out for them, and their safety is guaranteed. To finish up, I also urge our countrymen living in other lands to ensure that, look, their security is also their concern, and they should abide by the local laws. I have lived in another country for a couple of years, but you know how some of these things happen. We understand. People have the freedom to move, and people should be the freedom of movement should be guaranteed as to where you want to live. But once you operate within the parameters, I'm sure that nobody is going to. And so we are just encouraging our president. Let's hear something from him that he's contacted. Let's ECOWAS take a common stance on this matter. Let us ensure that safety of our citizens are there. The perpetrators, we want to see some action happening. I mean, real-time action happening. That those are the people who actually, I think the gentleman is Emmanuel Asamoah. But I'm hearing that the matter is it's spreading. I hear it's happening in Durban, it's happening in Gauteng, it's happening in other provinces, and it's something that we should keep discussing and encouraging this whole thing, so that we don't forestall any bad relationship. Look, let's not forget what happened between Nigeria and South Africa. I recollect that it got to a point where Nigeria even did not play in a Cup of Nations because of that relationship, and Nigeria was banned from football on the continent for a while. We shouldn't allow these things to get to that level. We should be able to. So we're encouraging President John Dramani Mahama. I want to hear you. Once you were able to, or you've got a platform to comment on the Abobo balance.
The president has a foreign affairs minister. He has a high commission.
I'm sure he has a minister of health and he has a minister of local government. But he found it necessary to comment on the Abobo balance
he launched.
You see,
he has a local government minister. He has a minister of health, but he found it necessary to comment on Abobo
because he launched a policy that was
being misconstrued.
So he had to clarify it.
This policy has to be clear. Policy does not have to be.
So he has given me
misconstrued. It has to be
you
clear.
Finished. Let me hand them.
Policy has to be clear. You being minister of local government.
Let me say this. All the viewers and people who understand the mischief Fuseni is advancing this morning, and it's unfortunate because I think this is a bit more serious issue, and I don't expect him to take it to a level with, let me say this. Xenophobic tendencies in any African country at this particular time of our century is unfortunate, because this is a time when I have said that Africans, since the days of Nkrumah, Nyerere, Kenyatta, Sekuturi, and the rest, even Mengistu, try to make sure that the African unity that we preached, the African Union that we advanced, will be realized. They had wished that it was realized during their lifetime. Unfortunately, all these giants died. Today, it's our time to see. We've moved a step closer to having a much more vibrant African Union. And then we've even stabilized that particular, but making sure that all African countries have engraved in their national calendars a day for the celebration of African Union. We've gone further to even have sub-zones. So we have SADC, the South African Development Company, we have the Maghreb Union, we have ECOWAS, and we have other regions. All this is to make integration of the African continent much more easier. We've begun AFTA, which is supposed to break barriers and bring the movement of goods and services much more easier and make Africa trade among ourselves. Unfortunately, I would say South Africa in particular have betrayed that stand right from beginning by making himself much more interested in the BRICS than the after. South Africa trades more with foreign countries than they do with
African. Yeah.
What is happening in South Africa is a problem, because I thought South Africa, being a country that was subjugated under apartheid for a long time, opened his doors to other African countries to support them fight the foreign colonizers. So if you go to South Africa today, we have a lot of people, other African nationals, who have played various parts in the development of South Africa. I know so many Ghanaians who helped in the structural development of the South African Army and Security Services. I know so many Ghanaians who offered their services for the South African Health Service. And I know so many Ghanaian businessmen who have invested in businesses in South Africa. And remember last time I told you, even the South African president himself, Cyril Ramaphosa, has had business interests in Ghana. We have so many South African companies in Ghana, in Nigeria, and other West African states. So I do not expect what is happening to happen. But you see, the impunity with which the people who were involved did it makes me think that there may be a discreet official complicity. Because if these things were carried on and the South African government is that responsible, excuse me to use that word, I'm sure a much more severe decisions and actions will have been taken by now. Just a mere, let me say, reaction from His Excellency the President of South Africa is not enough. And I listened to Julius Malema and his condemnation of what happened. And that is what I expected to see from the government itself. I want to commend our government, especially His Excellency the President and the Foreign Minister and the High Commissioner in South Africa for the proactiveness they gave this particular incident. Let me say the government has even made it possible that all Ghanaians in South Africa who want to return home will freely be transported back home.
Right.
So mechanisms have been put in place. But the issue was not only Ghanaians. I think because of the incident, one particular incident when the lady was asking questions of a Ghanaian, it was others, Zimbabweans were highly affected. And some Nigerians were also affected. I am tempted to say that if you're not careful to deal with this, and there are reprisals from these other countries, Nigeria, Ghana, and other countries, South Africa will be the loser. And so I will urge the South African High Commissioner here to continue the process he started with our Foreign Affairs Minister, Honorable Samuel Kujuta Blakwa, to make sure the tactful diplomacy that has been initiated is done. And I wish to assure my very good brother, Ona Fuseni, that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama put up a call to the President of South Africa, who is his very good friend, put up a call to him. But it is not all government actions like this that are made public. Honorable Okudjota Blakwa is competent enough to handle this situation. That's why the president has left him. And so far, he's shown a wonderful disposition towards handling this issue. And sometimes in diplomacy, it is better to handle it at this level and not escalate it to the level of the presidency. It is unfortunate this has happened. And I will urge Ghanaians once again, like I did last week, I will beg Ghanaians not to take too much into what has happened. And as some people are saying and advancing on social media, that Ghanaians should also turn their anger on South African, yesterday I saw a post which is very unfortunate. Somebody said Ghanaians should go and attack all the shopping malls and things, and it is not a right answer to it. Two wrongs don't make right. I will beg Ghanaians that the shopping malls in this country are serving a great purpose to all of us. And I said attacking them will not solve the problem. The shopping malls are not owned fully by South Africans. There are Ghanaian businesses in the shopping malls, and when you go to attack them, you will not know who you are attacking, because you may be attacking a Ghanaian business. I know a very young friend of mine who has set up a barbering shop in one of the malls and is doing very well. If you go attack, it's a Ghanaian business. Yeah. So you attacking your own business. The guns will sell for torch or hina. Or what to wabo or mumaso. So we should be careful. 2, a lot of the businesses that are owned by South Africans here have employed Ghanaians. So attacking them, you'll be attacking Ghanaians. True. And as such, I will plead that we are careful what to do. Let me say our popular adage, they say when you are bathing and a madman comes to take your cloth,
you don't chase
him. Yeah. So we should be careful what we do. Like Fuseni said, some of the South Africans who are doing these things are doing it out of their own personal frustrations. That they're not doing the sort of jobs that people... I've seen it before. Look, there was a time, I don't want, for purposes of politics, I wouldn't want to mention the name, but I was giving an example to some of the guys in my area that you sit down here and certain people come here. They start with shoe shine. They will be knocking the door. You'll be insulting them. They are disturbing you. The next moment, you see them selling second-hand shoes and things, and then the next time you see them opening shop. Now you start jealousing them. But the issue is that when they started the shoe shine, if you own this area, you could have taken the initiative first. So it's the same thing that is happening in South Africa. Right. The things that they will not do, and they see people from other nations coming to do them and prospering, then all of a sudden it become issue of a bother to them. So I think it's a few frustrated South Africans who are doing this. It is not with tacit government support. It is not a deliberate thing. And it started within a small community. I'm worried about what Hussein said. Yes, reading through some of the reportage tells me that this thing is spreading to other places. And I think that is something that will make, that should make the South African government become a bit more interested in this and see how to stop
the yearly recurrence is troubling.
Yes, it's too much. It's too much. Like Fuseni said, I saw a Nigerian post. Is it the Daily Post of Nigeria or something? Advocating for severing of a relationship. Oh, yes, with South Africa.
That's extreme.
Yes, that's a level that people, because what is going on is also frustrating to all of us.
True.
Because the number, as I told, the number of South Africans in Nigeria now, if Nigerians decide to vent their frustration on them, nobody will go back to South Africa alive. You understand? So we should look at these things, and I will plead that we should be more diplomatic in resolving this issue than being, let me say, as vengeful as we want to be. It is unfortunate, but we should expect this. It's happened before. Fuseni told us, even between Ghana and Nigeria. It's happened before. And I don't think any Ghanaian or any Nigerian will want to see that thing happen again between the two countries. You know, today I see Nigerians on social media. Last week I read it's a video. They say Nigerians go to church to thank God, do thanks offering because they've gotten opportunity to come to Ghana. Did you see it? And the lady said, why won't we do it? Why won't we do this? Then she enumerated the reasons why she would do that. So that is a sort of, I want to see Ghanaians also living in Nigeria, saying they are happy living in Nigeria, they've been treated the same, Ghanaians in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and the rest. Look at the number of Liberians who have now become Ghanaians. They become Ghanaians. Some of them don't even know where they come from in Liberia because they were born here and they've never gone beyond the borders of Ghana.
Right.
I know so many Ivorians who are actually Ghanaians and so many Ghanaians who are Ivorians. In fact, you go to certain parts of our borders. In fact, there may be a building whose door is in Ghana and the window is in Cote d'Ivoire.
True.
you understand? So there is a man who said he has a farm. One half of the farm is in Cote d'Ivoire and the other half is in Ghana. So such a person, why would you even want to have a xenophobic tendency towards the person? We should be able to understand ourselves and live accordingly. With South Africa, my problem is that between South Africa, all these countries bordering them have one way or the other offered support to South Africa before.
Yeah.
And huge sacrifices they've made for South Africa. And today, I don't know why South Africans will even raise a finger at any Zimbabwean. I don't know. Because a lot of the problems that Zimbabwe is going through today was as a result of sacrifices that they made for South Africa.
Right. So clearly the problem is not a nationality issue.
No.
It's a skills mismatch and a policy failure.
Elon Musk is South African, right?
Yeah. Anyways, we would have to leave it here. But if you go to citynewsroom.com, there's a wonderful piece written by my brother Kojo Siyama Ado. He's a social policy commentator. We call him Speaker Ado. On this matter of xenophobic attacks, and he calls it, when the foreigners are gone, who is next? South Africa's xenophobia is a gun pointed inward.
That's what Malema said.
Exactly.
That's what Malema said.
Yeah. And you see, he references Zimbabwe after 2000.
Yes.
When the foreigners left.
Yes.
The economy didn't open up to the locals. It actually collapsed for everyone.
Yes.
And that's the challenge that South Africa is likely to face if they continue on this particular tangent. Unfortunately, we've run out of time.
Cocoa.
We'll find time to discuss cocoa.
Cocoa, ye Ghana, cocoa, ye Sika.
Today you came to sing.
Cocoa. Oh. You see, this song, growing up, this is what GGC before. Growing up in the 80s, when you put your radio on in the morning, that's what you heard. It's encouraged Ghanaians to go into the cultivation of cocoa because at the time, cocoa was our mainstay. Mining has been around for a long time. We've not even discovered oil in commercial quantity. So the mainstay and the main source of foreign exchange to us was cocoa. For you to chew tinapa, for you to chew sardine, even to an extent ideal milk, and omo was a result of the foreign exchange we generated from cocoa. Unfortunately, we are playing with that sector that has held us. A lot of the big people around today will tell you they went to school on cocoa scholarship.
We've run out of time. We'll find time to continue this
cocoa scholarship, a lot of
Alhaji
them
Hussein Isa is a former member of parliament.
And now look at what we're doing with cocoa.
The Honorable Nilante Van Der Poy is a former member of Ododo and currently the national coordinator of the District Road Improvement Program. I am Nanatufo Boateng. Many thanks for your time.
Pace. There is no margin for error. So much here is familiar.
Over 1900 games brought us here.
There is not a sporting heat quite like this.
But history doesn't care about the journey.
The Premier League is the best league in the world.
La Liga is far and beyond the biggest winner.
It only remembers how it ends.
You bought it. There's no other word. You bought it.
8 titles. 1 month of mayhem to decide them all.
From Patrick Dorgan!
Stay connected and watch DSTV to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
Do you want a healthy smile?
So what we do to rid all of that bacteria is we do what's called a deep cleaning or periodontal therapy. So that is 2 visits. You'll come in and we'll make sure you're very comfortable because that bacteria is very hard. It doesn't want to leave. So we need to get you numb. So we'll get you numb on one side, the right side, let's say, and top and bottom, and then we'll go through just a disinfection process. And we may have you use also like a rinse to kind of aid in that process because we want your gums to get healthy. Then we do the other side, and after that, it's kind of like hypertension. It doesn't ever go away, but we can control it and get the gums healthy. We can't, because the bone shrinks, so we can't regrow the bone, we can't regrow the gums, but we can keep it healthy where it's at and make sure that you don't lose more bone. Because when you have periodontal disease, it's kind of like your teeth are in quicksand, so we need to stabilize things. So you would need to come back after you get the therapy every 3 months.
Healthy smile.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva Pacto and Tandy.
Celebrate every moment with Piva drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva drink, a taste you will love. P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe Zebal. How Zebal there? Zebal won Chaboke
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me.
Join
the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Watch the latest updates, send us your thoughts, and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama, catch the excitement every Friday.
No power. Another year is here. A new beginning, a fresh opportunity to draw closer to God and to one another. This family month, your family radio station, 97.3 City FM, invites you and your loved ones to something truly special. The 2026 Family Consecration Service, a sacred gathering where families come together in prayer, faith, and unity. It's a moment to dedicate your home to God's loving care, to seek His protection, His guidance, and His peace over every household. Come and experience divine connection as we pray for strength, restoration, unity, and direction for our families. Married couples will also have the opportunity to renew their vows, reaffirming love, commitment, and purpose. The date is Friday the 1st of May 2026 from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. The venue is the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, Accra. Bring your entire family and come expectant. And let's commit our homes into God's hands. 2026 Family Consecration Service is powered by 97.3 CDFM with support from Channel 1 TV, because the family that prays together stays together.
Calls me in the power for Christ the solid.
This Friday on Footprints, we sit down with Reverend Dr. Christy Tete for a thought-provoking conversation about her ministry under the late legend Archbishop Benson Idahosa and her journey to starting the Solid Rock Chapel International, making her the first female founder on the charismatic scene in Ghana.
And you met Archbishop Benson Idahosa
right there at the hotel.
Did you know him before you met him?
At all, never. When I left his house and came to the church compound, he would bring a bell and ring it at my window he called me St. Christopher. St. Christopher, it's time for morning prayer. Oh, but
you never came with him to any of them?
No. You won't have that opportunity. You are busy. As a personal secretary to Idahosa, you are Idahosa. People were asking questions from those who came to the morning devotion that, sorry, Ben. Then they will tell the morning devotion. Then they will come and tell me. And I said, morning devotion, they say, yeah, sorry. I love to read too. So when I was going, I took a book with me, written by Rebecca Brown. He came to set the captives free. And when I opened the book, I saw Solid Rock Productions. Solid Rock Chapel. That's how I got the name Solid Rock Chapel. When I came back from prayer, I said, yeah, start here, sorry. And I started with 9 people. 1994.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Tell me why you crying, no kidney big deal. Yeah. When you give me something I don't really feel, but you know that already. When I found you on the ground, you were dying. Now you come into my yard uninvited. Can't you see me at the edge? I'm a lighter. If the war was ending, would you cry or would you try to get me? Tell me now, I want you to be clear, yeah. Tell me now, I need you to be clear, yeah. I will wait for you, for you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. Wait for you, for you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. Yeah. Ooh. Tell me, boy, can you break it down for me? How you fall in love, treating me this way, as though I don't matter. So why you calling me with acting like you care for me? I don't care what you have to say. Boy, don't test me, don't play no games. You lay down by my side, you know they pay me mine. I feel it in my heart, in my soul. A deep scar, maybe it's not meant to be. You discard the of my pain, oh. Is it not meant to be? The things way I did see you do for me. Was it all just pretend or all just in my head? How'd you find a way to make me lose? I'm the one to blame, the one. Is it not meant to be? The things way I did see you do for me. Was it all just pretend or all just in my head? How'd you find a way to make me lose control? Oh, wow. 'Cause it's all in my head, all in my, 'cause it's all in my head. 'Cause it's all in my head, all in my, 'cause it's all in my head, yeah. 'Cause it's all in my head. Ooh. 'Cause it's all in my head. Yeah, you got my mind spinning. Wonder if you want me or you don't. You know you got me immersed in you, feeling like I'm lost in a haze. Yet I can't turn away from your gaze. Boy, you got me in denial, in denial. You know that I crave attention, need affection. You got me rolling. Boy, please don't go in my, yeah. Oh boy, you got me in denial, in denial. It's funny how you mess around with my emotions. That won't stop me, I'm calling your name. Boy, please don't go in my, yeah. I've fallen deeper down a rabbit hole with no end. Hopeless. How could you be so cruel to me? You are believe when you need a toy to play with. I become your favorite. Oh, why? And I don't wanna be a part of your stupid game. And you don't treat me right. We're better off going our separate ways. You used me, and I give my all for you. Now time is up for you, and I don't know how to move on. Here in denial, you know that I crave attention, need affection. You got me balling. Boy, please don't go in my, yeah. Oh boy, you got me in denial, in denial. It's funny how mess around with my emotions. That won't stop me, I'm calling your name. Boy, please don't go in my, yeah. Yeah. Da 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 da. Hey, 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 yeah, hey, yeah. I'm so obsessed with you, I can't deny the truth. I can see in your eyes, on your mind, you and mine. Oh, our souls intertwined. Yeah, yeah. Every little thing you do makes me wanna feel brand new. Every day with you is a dream come true. You know I like Love when you're feisty and wanna bite back. Via conversations and finally meeting my match. Love the fact that nobody cuffed you cause she was my catch. When you gave it to me, you know that I'm coming right back. Back, 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 back. Oh, I'm coming right back. Back, 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 yeah. Oh boy, you're making me obsessed, yeah, you know that. Oh boy, you're making me obsessed, yeah, you know that. Oh boy, you're making me obsessed, yeah, you know that. Oh boy, you're making me obsessed, yeah, you know that, right? I'm so obsessed with you. I can't deny that I can see it in your eyes, on your mind, you and mine. Our souls intertwined, yeah, yeah. Every little thing you do makes me wanna feel brand new. Every day with you is a dream come true. I'm so obsessed with you. I can't deny that I can see it in your eyes, on your mind, you and mine. Oh, our souls intertwined, yeah, yeah. Every little thing you do makes me wanna feel brand new. Every day with you is a dream come true. When I'm with you, I'm losing my focus. So when taking my heart beats with purpose. Oh, I need you, I breathe you, I love you. When I'm with you, I'm losing my focus. So when taking my heart beats with purpose. Oh, I need you to make me feel alive.
Well, that was an interesting one. Just to set the tone for us to take the second part of the show. Nonatufo Boateng started the show, of course, with his panelist. And we are taking over the show from now to 11 a.m. We would say bye-bye to you. There are a number of things we will discuss here on this show. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. I'm Philip Nilate.
And my name is Chris Carter. And I want to say a very big thank you to Brenny for starting up the show.
Yeah.
What a great voice to, serenade us into starting the show. But remember, the show is very interactive, so feel free to join in at any time. You can send your WhatsApp messages via the number on the screen. And do not forget to use the hashtag Breakfast Daily if you want to leave a comment or join the conversation on X, which is formerly Twitter, or Facebook. And also remember, if you're watching us on YouTube Live right now, the comment section is just right under me. Just leave your comments and we will get to read it right here on the show. Once more, you're welcome, and my name is Chris Carter again.
So soon, the month of April.
Hey, that's the only thing I can say. Hey.
It moves so fast.
It moved so fast. You know why I keep on saying, the other day I talked about procrastination is a thief of time. I told myself I was going to do something. By the time I realized,
you've not done it.
Aye.
So if you've been procrastinating and you've been thinking of joining the seasons of prayer, the only one we have left is this afternoon from 12 p.m. to 1. So you would want to join Prayer Encounter. Today is the 30th of April 2026, and we are ending the seasons of prayer. We started from 1st and we are ending today. So if you didn't join the entire period, today is the only one you can join. That is at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. That is a prayer encounter. Meanwhile, the number is still on the screen. If you still want some information about it, you can call the number 0244981112 for that information. But if you get a link this afternoon, kindly share so that someone else can also join as we prepare for tomorrow.
Yes, and tomorrow is family consecration service. This is the way we top up all the prayers that we've been praying together on online actually. And remember that's going to be happening at the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel here in Accra, Friday the 1st of May. It's a holiday, so don't worry. Bring the whole family. Let's all come together and pray from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. You definitely do not want to miss this because this is where hope is renewed. Families are bound together again. And also vows are renewed when it comes to marriages. If there are cracks in your marriages, let's come together. Forgiveness happens. Love is increased. And people are inspired to do great things as we get into the next quarter of the year. Because without prayer, sometimes you cannot be inspired. But prayer actually pushes you and inspires you and gives you that hope that yes, the year is still running and things can still happen for you. So let's come together at the Oil Dome and let's pray together. Reverend Stephen Wingham is going to be there. We also have Reverend Maoli Chikata, Reverend Maoli Benson, Reverend Michael Noagbonum, Reverend Nelson Awintia, and Reverend Fred McDavis. So be there tomorrow at the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, Accra. Come together with the family. Do not come alone. Come along with your children, with your husband, with your wife, with your aunties, with your uncle, with your mothers. This is the best place for the family to pray together because a family that prays together stays together.
Of course.
This is brought to you by City 97.3 FM and supported by Channel 1 TV.
Of course. So a family that prays together stays together, and a family that watches blanksons also together, also stay together.
And
So
they laugh together.
And they laugh together.
Yeah.
So today we are bringing you a fresh episode of the Blanksons, exactly at 7:30 p.m. And if you are not able to watch it today, there are repeats as well. So Tuesdays 3 p.m., Wednesdays 5:30 p.m., Fridays 11:30 a.m., and Saturdays 7 p.m. Sundays as well. We have 4:30 p.m. We are that kind. So if you are not able to watch it, maybe a meeting has taken you somewhere, there is an engagement somewhere, you've not been able to watch the new or the fresh episode, there are repeats for you as well. Please join this, let's say, TV program so that you enjoy yourself. It's a family setting. The certain things that may be happening in the family, this can actually resolve. So make sure that you watch the Blanksons. And of course, we didn't do this alone. It's an in-house production, but there's a support from NASCO. There's a support also from Out Mosquito Spray, and also Lizzie Shito Everpack as well. So make sure that you are watching the Blanksons.
All right, this is going to be actually interesting, so do not miss that. But there's something for mamas. There's something for your mother. There's something for the woman that has taken care of you or took you as her own and made you that person that you are today. And it's called An Episode with Mama Promotion. And you don't want to miss it. You have to be part of it, because if you appreciate your mother, love your mother, and your mother has been good to you, you have to take part. You have to be part of this, because it's going to be on radio. All you need to do is send a message to 0539 986 986 0539 986 996, telling us what mama chose to forgive, all your bad deeds and things that you've been doing to your mother, or what you saw your mama chose to forgive, the sacrifices she made, and the action that left an impact on your life. Include your name, your number, and your mama's details. And do not forget, this is sponsored by GTP Lifestyle and also supported by Tekura and brought to you by City 97.3 FM. You know, when you do this, I think it will be read on radio. Yeah, it will be read on radio. So do this for your mama. Show mama that you appreciate her. And if yours is chosen, imagine how it will feel for your mother to hear her name being called on radio, and also, you know, hearing from her child to say, oh wow, this child really appreciates me. You know, because sometimes we can really be stubborn. I don't know if we really appreciate them.
Not like we can really be stubborn. We are stubborn.
Yeah. So do it for mama to remind her that mama, I got you, and mama, I love you. It's all about an episode with Mama promotion.
World Cup Central hits your screens tomorrow, Friday at 3 p.m. And this will be telling you a number of things about the upcoming World Cup and all the things you need to know. So please, exactly at 3 p.m. on a Friday, make sure that you are behind your TV set and watch it. This is hosted by Gabi Ofer. So tomorrow, it will be on your screens. Also, we're entreating you to download the Channel One News app. We keep saying this because we are in the digital space now, and just with the notification, you get to see what is trending or what you need to know by way of news. So make sure that you download the Channel One News app now, so that you wouldn't be left out when it comes to the information that you need or stories that are making the rounds. Chris, I think we move straight into the trends.
All right, so straight into the trends. I'm sure you're wondering what trends is about, especially if this is your first time that you are joining us on the show. So the trends are all about everything that is making everyone buzz on social media, coming from social media platforms like Facebook, X, formerly Twitter. Like, I can't even forget that it's ever Twitter.
X.
Snapchat, and we also have Instagram, TikTok, etc. So now we have stories coming from Ghana that has been keeping people buzzing. The first one is Mahama visits Volta region to reassure indigents of sea defense plans. This one has people buzzing, not just about what the president went there to do, but about his posture too. Yeah, people are talking. Hey,
let's bring them that video.
Yeah, he went let's check out let's check out the video and see what people are talking about, and also the reason he went there.
I'm proud to see that this sea defense is still very effective. I remember in 2013 when I visited here, this road was half eaten by the sea, and then the electric poles were just by the road, and the sea had felled some of the electric lines. So the contractors had to reposition the electric cables over there and run a new line in that way, and then reconstruct the road and then do the sea defense. And today the sea defense is still looking very good, and communities are thriving. We are doing Blekusu 2, that's after Blekusu 1. So that will give sea protection all the way towards Ketu, and then the Waka project will take care of the rest. This is all the result of climate change. The sea levels are rising, and because of that, coastal communities are all affected. So it means that government has to spend more money to try to protect the coastline. When I was president, we did the Akleotoko sea defense, all that area. Before that, Rawlings government had done the Keta sea defense, and then we also did Blekusu 1, and then Blekusu 2 is currently ongoing. The rest of the coast is supposed to be covered by the World Bank $150 million Waka project, and that includes this area all the way to Ketu South and parts of Angloga. And so, as the minister told you, there's going to be sea defense, and there are also going to be groins built into the sea to break the currents, the strong waves, so that it will come back to the coast in a very gentle manner. There will also be planting of coconut trees on the beaches in order to stabilize the soil. They would also help with planting of mangroves in the estuary to defend the land against the sea's encroachment. The project stalled for a while in 2024, mainly because of the elections. And then when we came, we continued it. And so I'm happy to announce that the feasibility study is finished. They are at the design stage. after the design stage, they'll do the procurement. That is the actual construction of the Waka project.
So that is President John Dramani Mahama assuring the people of Fuveme and other adjoining communities, Salakope, Michinu, Agaveji areas, that the sea defense project will actually be constructed. I don't know if you've been to that area before. You see how the tidal waves or the rise in the sea level is actually destroying a number of homes. Homes have actually been submerged, and they could actually point to you that, oh, this home was a very big place, but now it's in the middle of the sea, or the sea has taken it away and all that. Chris, I think you have to go to these places and see how.
We should.
Yeah.
I think we should go to and experience what it is like right now and the progress of it. Because I remember some years ago when we were having this same show, we talked about some of these areas and it was so bad. The houses were submerged. People were moved. People just had to look for other places to relocate to. So if you don't have anyone, it was going to be very hard for you. But I'm glad that this is actually happening.
And they actually had safe havens, and these safe havens were at schools, churches, and when there's tidal wave and there's a rise in the sea level, it comes to people's homes. You'll be sleeping at dawn, and you just notice that there is water in your room. It's sad. But anyway, let's bring you comments. How the president also posed. I'm sure people are talking about it. Mahama also needs to pay visit to the Ministry of Health. Oh, okay. This one has to do with the second story we actually be talking about, which will be on the issue on the lady that actually passed on with the CSB. We'll bring you that one. This one says that I hope he saw the road from Savietula to Jita. Okay, so this one is that the entire Anglo coastline needs a sea defense, and it's true. Sea defense is really needed along the coastline. I understand we have about 550 kilometers along the coastline, and some 270 kilometers of that need sea defense. And if we do not take eventually, we are going to have some places within these areas actually washed off by the sea. It didn't make the job hard given, why are you reading politics into this, JJ? We should stop voting because this project will stop when NPP comes to power to tell the voter people that they don't vote for them. Hey, politics, we shouldn't. There would be more of this, I believe, in President Mahama. Yes, because he said he started one in 2016, and that's what exactly where he was standing. God bless you for your compassion, of course.
And you know what's funny about this? Well, not funny, but ironic and eye-opening about this. I remember when I was in grade 7 or grade 6, specifically, it had to do with earth science. As kids, they told us that in our science class, they told us that, the sea. Every year, the sea comes closer.
Comes closer. There's
Every
coastal
year,
erosion.
the sea comes closer. And, as a kid, I didn't really understand it. I just, probably it just comes closer. But watching these people's story, that just takes me back to them like, these things are actually real.
Very real.
Some people had seen it. And also, I think, like what the president said, climate change and all that, we need to keep pushing these messages down to schools for children to understand that these things are real. Because the children are the future of tomorrow.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
And even the adults now, if there are things that we need to do to protect our environment, not to cause more of these natural disasters, we need to learn them.
Very true.
We keep on talking about sanitation here. We keep on talking about the rains here. But we're still doing the things
We're actually talking about one version. That would be illegal mining.
We keep on doing the things. We keep on doing the things that are annoying the earth.
Yeah.
And then one day we'll be here, and God forgive us, but one day we'll be here, and the earth will just follow.
I think one of these days I'll take you to Dansoman, Glefe area. The sea defense is also really having a toll on them. Yes, there is one gentleman called Overmas. He actually came back from abroad, used his investment to build.
I think I heard something like that.
And those times that place was Dansoman Beach, and that beach was classic. Everybody would go to that Aswan beach. But anyway, we will talk about that later, sometime on the show. But let's move to this sad one, Chris.
Yeah, this is a very sad one, especially when it comes to the issue of maternal health in the country. Not just about maternal health, but it also poses a question when it comes to the health sector in the country. We've been talking about the no-bed syndrome, but this one hits hard. It hits hard because this no-bed syndrome had affected a woman who was actually supposed to bring life to this world. So the pregnant woman died in Kasua Hospital after allegedly denied of an emergency C-section. And it's not that they denied her outrightly, but it was just because she was referred from a private clinic for prolonged labor. And her name is Abigail. She endured this labor without surgery or medication at the Mother and Child Hospital in Kaswa, here in Ghana, until her death on April. And this is because the hospital said they had no beds, even though she was referred from another hospital for an emergency C-section. But the hospital said that, look, we have no beds. So she went through 36 hours of 36 hours. Even saying that 36 hours is just too much. 36 hours of labor, and eventually, lost her life, and also the life of the baby. And
I think the sister of Abigail has been speaking. Let's bring you that video. The sister of Abigail.
Samford Akohono. Samford for ne can say or moko munyane the important. You query no musu. The real Musuno Eban. Na sim be say or say Suni Bassa. It's a now colano. I'm trying to yin because in so nana a boaqualan who by no sooner airban into your corner some castle bay CS crana, my pupuyeti. Timokwana make a chair and say, oh, say no maca. No musi, say CS never boy crying. Manu in sooner or say recovery, I am in Pabi any recovery. Theatre recovery, tia said crana. Oh, never be under recovery. Oh, quite no coherent or so no way. Into no man time or bell. You call bed 2 before 3 a.m. Kusiana pa Yamane drew Yamaneshe and one saw that my friend on my bound chain, Obiamba maintain. O Mama Bibi, Dabi, O Macadam, Dabi. Vitals put in Kaiso Mucheki, meaning seminar me dear. And one saw that was a country. Oh, pray, no pray, no pray. Castle Munian CS in our main fee. Omofri Samford Akohono. Samford for ne can say or moko munyane the important. You query no musu. The real Musuno Eban. Na sim be say or say Suni Bassa. It's a now colano. I'm trying to yin because in so nana. Ebo akwala no by no so na eba no nti your corner some castle be CS crana my pupuyeti ti me kwa na me ka kire ne say oh say no maka no mo si say CS na be boy cry yenye manu ensu no o say recovery ayema impa bi any recovery theatre recovery nti e surgery crana onya bibi anda recovery okwa no kohwe no so no hu ye nti no ye man time obewo. You call bed 2 before 3 a.m. Kusiana pa Yamane drew Yamaneshe and one saw that my friend on my bound chain, Obiamba maintain. O Mama Bibi, Dabi, O Macadam, Dabi. Vitals put in Kaiso Mucheki, meaning seminar me dear. And one saw that was a country. Oh, pray. No pray, no pray. Castle Munian CS in our main fee.
And that's what happened to Abigail, and this is, her sister telling us everything that happened. May her soul rest in peace, and, may the family be consoled. But honestly, 36 hours of labor.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, and medically it's also actually termed as prolonged labor, and it can actually be very, very, very dangerous, opening you to infections, affecting fetal health, and all that. It's just, I don't know.
There is an update.
Well, there's an update, yeah.
So the Central Regional Health Directorate of the Ghana Health Service has set up a committee to investigate the circumstances surrounding the death of a pregnant woman at Kaswa Mother and Child Hospital. The decision follows public concern after Abigail Opoku reportedly died at the facility on Sunday, April 26, 2026, after allegedly being denied a cesarean session due to a lack of available bed in the recovery ward. In a statement dated April 29, 2026, the Directorate stated that the matter is being treated with utmost seriousness, adding that a dedicated committee has been formed to conduct a full investigation. The committee comprised representatives from the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, the Trauma and Specialized Hospital, the Regional Health Directorate, the Regional Coordinating Council, and the Office of the Attorney General. According to the Directorate, the committee has been tasked to carry out thorough, objective, and transparent review on the incident and submit its finding and recommendation for public disclosure. The Directorate has also appealed for calm, urging the public to allow the committee to complete its work without interference. It affirmed its commitment to patient safety and quality healthcare, particularly for mothers and children. The statement was signed by the Central Regional Director of the Health Service, Dr. Mrs. Alberta Ejabin Nyako. So that is it. You can see on your screen. We'll be following up keenly whatever the situation will be from the appropriate quarters. We will definitely be updating you here on the screen and also here at Channel 1 TV. I think we have comments.
Yeah, she wouldn't die anywhere in Bono region because of lack of bed. Greater Accra is too overcrowded, and there are fewer facilities to cater for the population.
It's actually in Central Region.
Mother and child again. That hospital needs to be closed. The woman died after nearly 36 hours of waiting at the hospital, and health practitioners refused to perform the CS on her because there was no bed for her. Imagine a woman in that condition. But the minister would rather stump hospitals with bloggers. Hey, we are so back. Heads must roll. Yeah, I think heads must roll. Cause of death, no bed. Can you believe it? Mother and child dead. Only in Ghana. The hospital needs to be closed. We need names. We need an inquiry, and we need consequences. If no bed is an acceptable excuse for death in 2026, then no one is safe. Rest in peace, Abigail. Hashtag justice for Abigail. Hashtag Ghana Healthcare. I also agree with the hashtag justice for Abigail, because if this is not actually looked at properly, if this is not talked about, if there are no inquiries made and no investigations made and heads rolling, this is going to continue happening.
Because the recent one happened with the MISA,
yes.
The engineer at Promasido,
yes.
And that actually led to the president saying that no one should be sort of deprived or sacked when it comes to you getting health care. And that is what we are saying today. People actually didn't adhere to the president's directive, but we are still waiting for the investigation, whatever the findings will be, and the side of the hospital, whatever it will be.
Yeah, because it's making me ask a lot of questions. Couldn't you just have saved the mother and the baby first before we think about the bed? Let us just perform. I'm sure there's a theater. Let's perform the thing first.
It could be.
Before we start thinking of where is the bed? Oh, okay, where we put her? Will you bring foam from your house? Will you bring mats? Wow. You understand? Like, at least the baby should come out of the woman first. Normal labor, at least for a first-time mom, is I think from 12 hours to 16 hours. That's for the first time on normal labor, but consequent one is 6 to 8 hours. Normal labor. But now we're hearing this person 36 hours in a hospital. Health practitioners should know. The place is even called Mother and Child. Health practitioners should know that, okay, 36 hours, we've entered prolonged labor. This is dangerous. It can cause infections. Someone could die. The baby could die. The mother could die. Something could happen. If I was a doctor, maybe they will sack me. Maybe I'll be very broke. Because I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not. Something like this, no, something has to happen.
Have to see the mother and child. So we'll be following up keenly this particular story, whatever the update will be. Definitely we'll bring you to you here on Channel 1 TV, because there is an hashtag that is going around, Justice for Abigail, and I think that this must end. The no bed syndrome isn't helping us. Well, the government is trying to put in some measures, but the management of the hospitals or the clinics or the health facilities must also take charge and ensure that lives are saved. But as we are talking about the many issues within our communities, let's bring you the video of the day.
No, we have issue of ECG.
ECG?
Yeah.
Okay.
A Ghanaian family actually sifts through aftermath of a fire caused by, they said it was caused by the erratic power supply. Okay. We have a video on that. Let's check out the video and then we can have the conversations around it.
Oh, ECG. See what your Dunso has caused. Mahama. Oh, see how my mom is crying. She has lost everything. Oh, Mahama and ECG, I beg. You people have to do something about this. Her money and everything. Oh, we beg. ECG. Oh, all her medication. Oh, what will she do now? ECG, Mahama, please, we beg you, do something about this. We beg. Oh. Oh, ECG. See what your Dunso has caused. Mahama. Oh, see how my mom is crying. She has lost everything. Oh, Mahama and ECG, I beg. You people have to do something about this.
This is a very sad one, and I think the Greater Accra Regional Fire Officer, that is Rashid Nasiru, or Nasau rather, has actually encouraged that we should be very, very careful with electrical appliances during this period, because you may not know when the lights will be back, and maybe your microwave is on, your electrical stove is on, your fridge is on, your AC is on, or something that may spark, and eventually you'll be having this kind of incident at your home. I want to say that we are very sad for the victim of this and also the entire family, looking at the fact that people have really saved, and this is a very, very sad one. But now the Energy Ministry has stated that about 70% of the issue has been resolved, so we have 70% of power supply stability in across the country. So I'm just hoping and praying that the erratic power supply issue will come to an end. But please be careful.
Yeah.
Please, if you don't have a fridge guard, you should get one. If you do not have a TV guard or something, get all the guards and protect yourself.
Yeah.
And also, if you are moving out, put off the air condition. Don't forget yourself. Put off the bulbs or something. Don't be putting on the fan and I'm using it to check whether the lights will be back or something. So just be careful out there.
I like what you said. When you're going out, please put off everything. Because some of these things happen when you are not even there.
Yeah, and eventually it's going to spark, and that's it. Anyway, so that's it. Let's bring you the video of the day just to calm attention down. Then we will go to a community and we talk about something that we've been talking about for a very long time that has to do with illegal mining. Let's bring you the video of the day now.
God have mercy. God have mercy. God have mercy. God have mercy.
So that is a video of the day for you. Just a brief one there. I'm sure that you may be having smiles on your face, just as we are. But let's move to Amomaso in the Bono region. It's been long we spoke about illegal mining, but the menace is still ongoing. And this particular community, 2 water bodies have been destroyed as a result of illegal mining. The residents there are not excited at all. Let's bring you this report filed by our correspondent Michael Saponi-Mfum after we have conversations on this problem.
Amomaso, a farming community in the Bekun West district of the Bono region, is known for its serene environment and large greenery, making it an ideal place to live. The community boasts some of the most fertile lands in the region, with residents largely engaged in cultivation of maize, cassava, plantain, cashew, among other crops. However, this once thriving agricultural landscape is under threat. The situation is rapidly changing as illegal mining activities continue to encroach on farmlands, depriving farmers of their livelihoods. The community's 2 main water sources, the Amoma and Chirimira rivers, have also been destroyed by the relentless operations of illegal miners. Some of the residents of the community have been sharing their thoughts on the activities of the illegal miners.
What is going on, it doesn't help the community. For the water bodies to be polluted, it's a bad thing. This chemical that they use in doing the galamsey, is very harmful to the people. We have villages at the bank of the river, so those there, they drink from the water.
Community, the how they baby breed. How no be say the idea is so bian was no say won't me an was view. Was all my fasoroni na de ko to me bian was view. Ti how no be no. E be efa so no kro mo kra bibiri o ha. Am so we tene ko ho. E no no mo sanom. Ti e kosa na nya de on so bitumi nya nsu anom.
The assembly member for the Amomaso electoral area, Musa Adamu, is a worried man. Musa Adamu is calling for agent support to fight the illegal miners from the area.
As I'm speaking, in fact, in the community, I'm having a committee, a subcommittee. When people tell us, because you see our work, we are always in the house. Sometimes, unless people call us, something is happening that we also do that. So whenever we hear any information, we call our guys so that they also go and do checks. If the people are there, sometimes they will take their pumping machine at our house and they bring it. Sometimes we also involve the policemen. They also come and invade here. Sometimes in our district, we are also having the national security people due to they are helping us. And the chief, the DC, Honorable Collector of the US district, and be helpful to us in combating this. In fact, we are doing our best.
The inhabitants of Amomaso in the Bekun West district of the Bono region are calling for more support to be able to fight out illegal miners who have taken over the community. For Channel 1 News, I am Michael Saponi-Mfum, Amomaso.
So that report was filed by Michael Saponi-Mfum. He signed out, and that is coming from Amomaso. In the Greater Accra here, parts of the region is actually battling with water supply, and sometimes it's noted that because of illegal mining upstream or in some communities, and the water bodies are being destroyed and all that. But Michael Saponi-Mfum is joining us to further explain to us the level of destruction in Amomaso in the Bono region. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
I trust you're doing well.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining us on the show. Let's understand further the level of destruction in the community that is Amoma, so as a result of the illegal mining activity there?
Thank you very much, Philip. Amomaso in Bekum West District has two major water sources. That's Amoma, which the community is named after, and the other one is Chimra, who is also in the community. The activities of these illegal miners has indeed destroyed these two water sources, the Amoma and the Chira. And most communities within the town is somehow okay because some of them have boreholes and other stuff, other water sources. But majority of other villages, other adjoining communities, depend on these two major rivers. And in fact, as you can see in the visuals, totally destroyed by the activities of these miners. So it becomes a challenge for communities beyond who depend on these two rivers, that's Amoma and Chimra. It's a major headache, and the distraction is massive. And apart from even the distraction of the water sources, the lands, Amoma is a major agricultural hub within the Bekum West municipality. Most of the lands have been destroyed, and it's becoming a challenge. The farmers are losing their livelihoods because at the end of the day, they are unable to cultivate their crops. Yam, cassava, maize, and whatever you can think of. So it's extremely, it's a big challenge within the area, especially the impact from these illegal miners.
So the water bodies that have been destroyed, the residents, do they solely depend on this for drinking, cooking, and other house chores?
Yes, Philip, some within the enclave of the Amomaso area, some of them, there are other adjoining community villages that are beyond the community. They depend on these two rivers because there are no potable water in this community. So these two rivers, Amoma and Shunira, are their major source of water for drinking, for cooking, and other household chores that they'll be doing. So it's a big challenge. Within the Amoma community, some are okay because some have dug there's boreholes there. So some are okay for it. But communities beyond Amoma, it's a big challenge for them.
All right, so Michael, do they know this illegal miners? And if they do, have they ever, apprehended them before?
They don't know them. I'm told they are not from the community. And normally, their modus operandi is in the night. And according to the assemblyman, Musa Adamu, I spoke to, he said he has a committee and they are doing their best. At times they go there to even seize these pumping machines that they use in the operations. So for some time they've been fighting them, but it's beyond the strength of the community.
Wow. So with what is happening in the community now, is there a message from the authorities, i.e. maybe the chiefs in the area, the DC of the area, sort of taking action to get this particular practice stopped?
Yeah, Philip, somewhere last week, some chiefs within the Bekum traditional area demonstrated against ongoing illegal mining activities within the traditional area. This community falls within the Bekum traditional area. Somewhere last week, some of the chiefs demonstrated, some of the youth within the Bekum traditional area demonstrated, calling on authorities to do something about the issue because they don't want to get out of hand, comparing it to other communities. So for now, we've not heard anything from the authorities. We are waiting patiently as what they'll be doing about the situation. But as we speak, the distraction is ongoing, and as I said, the two major sources of water for the people, that is Amoma and the Chimra, are all under threat. And their lands are also being destroyed, as we can see in the visuals.
All right.
In this land, you can't cultivate anything on the land.
Wow. Yeah, so talking about cultivation, what are their main crops that they actually cultivate?
yam, cassava, plantain. Some are also into cashew.
Yeah, I saw some cashew there.
Yes, it's also a major cashew growing area. So you can imagine if the surface of the soil are taken off, you can't do anything about it. And one scary thing is also the holes they've left. You can imagine if you are not lucky and you fall in, it means that will be your end. So it's a major problem there within that enclave of the Brekum West district of the Bono region.
All right. So do they even have like vigilante groups?
No, within the area they don't have vigilante. But according to the assembly member, they have a committee that monitors the situation on the ground. So at times when they go, they're able to even take away some of these pumping machines that these illegal mining operators use. And according to the assembly member too, once a while they get support from the police to flush out these illegal miners. But I believe the fight has not been intense compared to other areas. And I believe if something is done, at least it will reduce illegal mining activities within the Amomaso enclave.
Wow. Michael, thank you so much for your time, and keep monitoring events for us there. That is Michael Taponi, former Bono Regional Correspondent, bringing us a story from Momaso in the Bono region where illegal miners are actually plying their trade, let me put it that way, and they've destroyed 2 water bodies. And that is a farming community, and cashew, which we know is second to cocoa.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, big deal. Yeah. And or maybe third, because you have coffee as well. And when we come to communities like this, we are just praying that which are actually our food basket. We are hoping and praying that we would get the crops there to the major cities and people will buy. And now you are destroying the farmlands. So you destroy the farmlands, then where are we going to actually plant or cultivate produce and eventually get to the bigger cities? On top of it is the destruction of the water. This week we've been talking about water. And we've been talking about water, and we've been talking about water, and we are saying that the destruction of our water bodies must be stopped. And now that this particular situation is happening in these areas, I'm sure the Ghana Water Company will also be saying that, okay, fine, we do not have the machines to actually treat these water bodies before they would get into our homes. But anyway, we have the assembly member who is joining us. Quickly, with the assembly member that is joining us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
I trust you are doing well.
I'm good, sir.
Okay, fine. Let's find out from you the reports that our correspondent filed from your area. In there, he made mention of the fact that these miners do their work at night. Are you aware of these people? We understand that you brought in the police to arrest them, and what has been the result after the arrest as well?
Good morning. I'm Honorable Musa Adamu, Assembly Member for Amasra Electoral area. My brother, thank you. On the occasions that these people were arrested, you know, my DC, he is the chairman of the district. So in all this, he is the one who take the people to wherever he want to take them to. So the first one that I can say is that the first one, they arrested those as one person, and he was sent to a police station in Jene. They called me to give an account of how I met them. I gave out everything to them. After that one, that's all.
How many did you arrest?
That time it was one.
Oh, okay.
And the other time to our party executives for the NDC. They went there. That time I wasn't around, and they couldn't get anyone. I was the pumping machine and the other things that they use in that activity that they were able to evacuate from that place.
Right.
And the third time too, they went there and about 3 or 4 people were arrested at the site, and they were even sent to court. So that's what I can say for now.
Wow.
Right.
But most of the cases, when they go there and they see them, they run away. And what they will have to do is that they will have to pick their things, the pumping machines and the other stuffs. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes too in the night they will go there, and after firing a gunshot, they will run away. Sometimes they will go there in the night to attack them, they will run away. So it's not on one occasion, it's on different occasions. But because due to security reasons and other stuff, sometimes when they are going there, we are not involved in the security personnel. Especially, we are having some group of people in town, some macho men, who are the ones helping us in fighting this galamsey menace in my electoral area. And sometimes with the liaison national security officer and his guys, sometimes today they go there and they will be a pound on them.
Right.
So that's what I can say.
This person that you arrested, is it a resident of,
Amomaso?
Amomaso?
No, those that were arrested, they were from Bama, is it Bama East? One fee and a sweet another about.
Wow.
They were from those areas.
So basically, they come from another area to destroy your side.
Yeah, that's what I can see for now.
But I can see you said that we use champagnes and water pumps, so they don't use excavators like what we've been seeing in other communities.
Oh, with this one, with currently what is happening on the ground, it was that the dig and wash people who were on the land destroying our water bodies and destroying the land. But currently, the issue at hand is some people came and they want to do responsible cooperative mining. So I think that one, they are now on preparation. Yeah, that's what I can see for now.
Okay. So from what you are saying, though there's been some arrests, it's still not deterring the people from still engaging in illegal mining. That is galamsey in the community. Is that it?
Yes, in fact, I've been able to engage them sometimes on radio station and other stuff. But these people, because I don't know, sometimes because of the living condition and other stuff. And these people, to the galamseyers, they will go to the land without the knowledge of the landowners. And mostly when I went there, what I found is that sometimes they dig inside the river body. In my area here, we have two river bodies here. That is the river Amoma and the river Chimra. So during my tour with some of my guys, what I observed was that they normally dig inside the river body. That's what they do. And some to side of the river body.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, from all indication, the river body is now destroyed, or you have challenges with that. So, what are your people drinking? Our correspondents made mention of the fact that they are drinking the same water. Can you confirm that to us? And is that the same water they are using to water their produce, and they cultivate and bring it onto the market for us to buy?
What I would say is that, the, the river bodies, that's the river Chimra and the river Amoma. It's those who are the villages. They are the one who use that water. So when the water is dirty or when the water is polluted, they are the ones who will be affected, because they are also having wars who are schooling in town, in Amomaso town. But the community itself, for the communities that we having boreholes and other stuff, for that one, it has not been affected. And because the farmers, they use the water from the rivers, sometimes to be very difficult for them to use it to spray their cocoa and the other crops. So that's what I can say.
Okay, Musa Adamu, thank you so much for your time. He's the assembly member for Amomaso electoral area. He's spoken extensively about the situation there. And though there have been some arrests, it's still not deterring the people from engaging in illegal mining activities there. I'm sure the appropriate authorities would have to do the needful. Maybe would have to go there and ensure that their water bodies are restored, so that the residents that wouldn't be having issues with water to drink and how to go about their day-to-day activities. Because aside the illegal mining, there is a bigger problem. It's having a toll on agriculture. It's going to have a toll on human health.
Right.
We've sat here. You had an interview with the autism people, and you've made mention that illegal mining is having a toll, and even baptism as well.
Yes.
The Church of Pentecost has also spoken about it. So I think it's high time we actually deal with it head on.
And you asked me how much was the most expensive water. So the one I mentioned was this is 500 ml, and 500 ml of it is about 20 something going to 30 something, and a whole box of it, it's about 20 bucks of it is about 500 Ghana to 600 Ghana cedis.
a carton or a box of
of 20 inside.
Okay, so there are still cautions. We are just supposed to be careful about what is happening in the country so far as illegal mining activity is concerned. But we're having a lot more conversation here on these things later on the show. We have Doctor in the house coming.
Yes, we have Doctor.
What are you talking about today?
And today we are going to be looking at our eyes. It's still about our eyes, and definitely you do not want to miss this, because this series of the eyes has been very interesting. And because you have an eye, you need to sit down and watch this. So we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
In Christ alone, my hope is found, my God. Hey.
Hello there, my name is Pastor Mauli Chikata, and I'd love to personally invite you and your family to our family consecration service. Life today is very busy, and families can easily become overwhelmed and disconnected. And so this service is a moment to pause and to seek God together and align our hearts with His purpose for our families. We'll take time to pray over our homes, commit our children into God's care, and trust Him for healing, restoration, and direction. Joshua chapter 24 verse 15 reminds us that as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. This is your opportunity to make that commitment as a family. Join us on Friday, the 1st of May at 6 a.m. at the Oil Dome of the Royal House Chapel here in Accra. Come expectant. God has something special prepared for you and your family. I look forward to welcoming you.
The gift of love and righteousness, scorned by the world.
Take the high road, which you should look forward and go in front straight in your future.
Meaning what?
And go straight and think about your future.
Okay. Take the high road. What does it mean?
This is very serious. Take the high road.
Yeah.
In terms of simply when you are going to visit someone, you can easily find, maybe the person lives at Insawam. So you have to pick a car that go to Insawam, right? So maybe the direction he will give tells you if you are coming, take the high road and branch by your left or your right.
Oh, I didn't know this. Like, trust me, I'm hearing this for the first time. Like, bro, that's wild.
Friday on Footprints, we sit down with Reverend Dr. Christy Tete for a thought-provoking conversation about her ministry under the late legend Archbishop Benson Idahosa and her journey to starting the Solid Rock Chapel International, making her the first female founder on the charismatic scene in Ghana.
And you met Archbishop Benson Idahosa
right there at the hotel.
Did you know him before you met him?
At all, never. When I left his house and came to the church compound, he would bring a bell and ring it at my window. He called me St. Christopher. St. Christopher, it's time for morning prayer. Oh, but
you never came with him to any of them?
No. You won't have that opportunity. You are busy. As a personal secretary to Idahosa, you are Idahosa. People were asking questions from those who came to the morning devotion that, sorry, Ben. Then they will tell the morning devotion. Then they will come and tell me. And I said, morning devotion, they say, yeah, sorry. I love to read too. So when I was going, I took a book with me, written by Rebecca Brown. He came to set the captives free. And when I opened the book, I saw Solid Rock Productions. Solid Rock Chapel. That's how I got the name Solid Rock Chapel. When I came back from prayer, I said, yeah, start here, sorry. And I started with 9 people, 1994.
Footprints airs every Friday at 7 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
This is the Upside Out Show. This is the Upside Out Show. This is the Upside Out Show. Your favorite lifestyle show on TV. From exclusive interviews with your favorite personalities.
The child in me sometimes is quite predominant.
So hold on.
I hope you understand. And people misinterpret that. I'm a very calm person.
Okay. What's been keeping you busy now?
Staying out of trouble. That's keeping me busy.
So behind the scenes secrets that you haven't seen or heard anywhere else. Aha! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here on the Upside Down Show is where it all happens. Today, people don't care about morals, people don't care about intentions, people don't care about anything. Your money can buy you any and everything.
But you will not last.
Really?
No, you will not last.
But if the person see the dead body.
I thought we'll catch you.
Catch the Upside Down Show every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
All right, you're welcome to Doctor in the House, and my name is Chris Carter, and as you already know, this is the show I like to call the consultation before the main consultation, or we can still call it like a mini medical school where we get to learn everything about our health conditions and, you know, how to manage some of the things that we are going through and all that. So we are still on our eyes. We started this series, I think, like 3 weeks ago, and we're still talking about our eyes. We've learned so many things, and today we are going to be looking at health beyond glasses, and that is called low vision rehabilitation. And of course, in the studio with us, because of the issue of eyes, we still have Dr. Augustine Derry, who's an optometrist at the Third Eye Care and Vision Center. He is a GOA 2024 Best Optometrist, Fellow of the American Academy of Optometry, and works with Third Eye Care and Vision Center. Hi, Doc. You are once more welcome again.
Yes. It's good to be back.
Thank you. It's been a very interesting series that we've been going through. Everything, well, not everything, but most important things about our eyes. Yeah. We've talked about glaucoma. We've talked about how makeup affects the eye. We've talked about other things concerning the eye. And today we're going to be looking at health beyond glasses, low vision rehabilitation. So if you have any questions, if you want to ask any questions, just listen, enjoy the show, and you can send your questions via the WhatsApp number on the screen, and we will get to ask the doctor, and he will be helping us with those answers. Doc, once more, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So what do you mean by health beyond glasses? Because all I know is either glasses when you're told in the hospital, oh, hey, something's wrong with your eye, or maybe surgery. So what is health beyond glasses?
Okay, so good morning to all viewers.
Yeah.
So today we are practically talking about low vision rehabilitation. What we are all used to is that if you have a problem and it ultimately leads to some vision loss, you go to the clinic or the hospital and the optometrist sees you. He would either give you glasses or he'll give you contact lenses or you do some surgery to correct your eyes or any other medical intervention. And these would normally restore your vision or maybe eye drops. However, there are some people who, despite all these interventions, they are still unable to see adequately to do their daily tasks independently or as well as they would like. We consider such people as persons living with low vision. So this is what low vision is all about. What if the glasses don't work well? What if the drops don't work well? All those things. Those people are considered under low vision.
Oh.
Yes.
So there's a condition called low vision.
Yes. Yes, there's a condition called low vision. Low vision is not necessarily a disease. Low vision is a state where someone cannot see well. We define it sometimes. I mean, the definition for low vision can change from situation to situation a bit. But the fundamental principle is that you can't see clearly enough to perform the tasks you want to do.
Even with glasses?
Despite, yes, even with glasses, despite everything that has been done. So technically, we can say that your vision, maybe your visual acuity, we call it technically, will be at best, in the best eye, 618. I will explain that. Or your field of vision is about 20 degrees. So when we talk about 618, Christy, you've heard 6/6 before. 6/6 vision.
No.
Yeah, you haven't. Oh, you haven't. Okay. So when you go and we measure your vision, the optometrist may write 6/6 when he maybe covers one eye, makes you read. That means that when an object is placed at 6 meters, that we expect everyone to see, you placed at 6 meters, you can see it. It's okay. But such people, the best, it may be worse, the best eye may see 6/18, or we call it 618, meaning that for what everyone else can see 18 meters away,
they see.
You have to bring it close to 6 meters before they can see it.
Wow.
Yeah. Or if the field of vision, if I look at you straight like this, I can see the cameraman sitting in the cameras. Yes, that's my lateral vision. Up there, the lights. If your vision narrows.
Is that a glaucoma?
Yeah, it can happen in glaucoma.
Okay.
So if your vision narrows to say 20 degrees, just 20 degrees, we consider you someone living with low vision. So
because you can't see
what's
happening around
the
you.
sight. Yes, that's correct. But there are several diseases that can cause low vision, diseases and conditions. So glaucoma is one. Diabetic eye disease or diabetes is one if it affects the eye. Several other things, macular or retinal problems, retinal detachments, etc., can result in low vision.
Low vision.
Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. So basically, when are these noticed? Okay.
Low vision, it's not something that will be detected by, say, anyone at all. First of all, you have to see a professional eye care practitioner. After you have seen him, you have your complaint, he checks you. If you need medication, it's done. If you need glasses, he gives you. Typically, you should be fine with all these. But after all these, now you are not seeing well, he checks the parameters. He can then conclude that you fall between or in the low vision bracket. And so he will then recommend that you go for low vision rehabilitation. And that is a whole new world. You know, typically we talk about low vision is one of the specialties that we deal with when we talk about optometry. There's subspecialties. There are different ones. Contact lenses is a subspecialty, pediatric eye care, or see the children, different subspecialties. So low vision is a whole new world. So in low vision practice, the focus is to maximize the remaining vision that the person has so that the person can perform certain tasks well. So, for example, I've had some people, these are real life examples, of course, I won't mention names and all that. Someone who is a professor who's been teaching for a long time, and now his eyes, he has a problem, he's not able to see properly. He cannot read. And you can imagine the impact of this on his daily life, his mental health as well. So he comes, you realize he has low vision. So what you seek to do is to measure what vision he has.
And maintain it.
And then after that, maximize the use of that vision through optical aids, non-optical aids, environmental adaptation, and counseling, several other things.
Right.
Yes.
So when you're going through this, does your diet actually help in this?
No. In this case...
No, I mean when it comes to management of what
management
is left.
No, well, like I said, with low vision is after we have done everything medically, everything optically, everything we can, and the best result is not good enough still. You have vision, but you are not blind. But you are unable to use it the way you would wish. For example, even picking your phone to dial a number or read a post on Facebook may be difficult. So we realize that there are some people, they are not blind, but the way they walk, you realize that he's not seen properly. But he's not blind. How do we help such a person perform certain tasks? Because now that he is unable to do these things, then he finds himself a bit lost sometimes. But for early rehabilitation, which will then help him to adapt to a new way of doing things. So in low vision, why we do this, I mean, of course, we talk to the person. We try to see what his key activities are. We cannot let him see like he used to, but at least we can let him do things better. So we try to find out what the challenges are for him. We manage the expectations well. So we are sure that you are not over-promising or under-promising. I mean, saying exactly what could be. And then get a person, ready to work with you to achieve the vision that he wants. So yes, we have like, I can start with very simple things before we even go to the technical things. So someone living with low vision, one of the things that runs across people living with low vision is that they may have reduced contrast sensitivity.
What does that mean?
What is contrast? Contrast is, in simple terms, being able to distinguish between an object and its background easily. So things that would have, there's high contrast, there's low contrast.
Yeah.
If I have a white plate over here and I put a black pen in the plate, there's a high contrast.
Yeah.
But if I put a white plate there and I put a cream pen,
you wouldn't see it.
You may see, but someone whose contrast sensitivity is very low will have troubles distinguishing between these. So this is key when it comes to low vision management.
So do you use that to also manage, like the objects that you just call now? Can you put objects for the person to see when you're trying to find out if this person actually has low vision?
Oh, no, that one's a clinical.
Okay.
Yes. So when you are done with that, how to get a person to adapt in the rehabilitation processes where
it's when you do all that.
Yes, we gauge the person's contrast sensitivity. We measure that apart from the vision, apart from the field of vision. I mean, the visual acuity, how far he can see. Then we look at the contrast sensitivity. We look at the color perception. We even go as far as, for some people, reading speed, trying to measure how fast he reads. All these are important because when you put in your intervention, then you see, you can now measure the same parameters to see if you are making a headway or not. So contrast sensitivity, for example, we do contrast sensitivity. If we are able to improve the contrast for the person with low vision, if reading speed was a little low, you will see a marked increase. So you see that it's becoming easier for the person to read. So if someone has low vision, first of all, the contrast and lighting, of course, light will affect contrast. So having this at the back of your mind, if you live with someone who has low vision, you make sure that the environment that you have has high contrast. Certain things, even when you are walking, Christy, there are times when you miss your steps because you did not see the stairways.
Yeah.
Because the contrast may not have been very obvious, apart from you being absent-minded. So we would advise, maybe the edges of the stairs, you can put in tape. You can mark it with bright tape so that the person will be able to notice, okay, the stairs are really here. I have to be careful. The lighting. Daylight is very good. If you don't have enough daylight, like maybe open the curtains, let the daylight enter the room where the person is. If the lighting is not good enough, you can take in additional lighting. LED lights are usually very good as well. Make sure the ambient lighting is bright enough for them to see so that it's not dark.
Right.
One challenge they have is, let me call it variable lighting. The hall has bright light, the kitchen's light is not as bright. and then the washroom's light is in between. You know, adapting from one light situation to another is not too easy for people living with low vision. So if you have someone like that at home, you make sure that the light is quite uniform throughout the whole house. So one, the contrast. I talked about the stairs. Another common one, in the kitchen. Make sure that if he has a mug or a plate or something you want to put in a liquid, if it's a dark liquid, you can use maybe a white cup. So it's easier to distinguish. The plates, the various colors, make sure that these are well contrasted. Light switch. Don't just buy a white light switch and put it on a white wall. He will struggle to find where it is. So maybe a dark one or a black one.
So basically everything must be modified in the area,
yes.
in the house, in the office, everywhere.
Exactly.
All right. So now, talking about this low vision, do children also experience it?
It cuts across all ages. Once you have a problem, and we try to solve the problem, and despite all, from all practitioners, all specialists, we try and you are unable to see, will put you in the context of low vision.
Yeah. So what about the family members or people around? Are they also supposed to go through that rehabilitation process with him? Because I feel like if you're going to tell the person that things around has to be changed, then the family members have to also be involved in
That is very vital. In fact, in a lot of things, if somebody is going to adapt easily, then the environment, including the people close to him, must understand what he goes through and must also understand what they can do to help to make things easier for the person. Yes, so the family members, so that they know that we don't have to put things on the floor or scattered in the way. Obvious pathways must be cleared. You know, little things that they can do to help the person so that he can see better. So these are a very important aspect that you've brought. If the family members do not understand, the adaptation also gets difficult. Yes. Because they would maybe not have patience or help when they can help. So that's one aspect, one way. I mean, if someone's living with low vision at the clinic, this would be something like practitioner will go deep inside the discussion, but at least we appreciate that aspect for now.
Yeah, so what about schools?
Yes.
For children that have low vision.
Okay, so before schools, when we go to school, I believe that, and it's even, we know that about not less than 70% of what we learn from our environment is visual. So in the schools, the vision is important. So there are some children or some students, even in the tertiary, who cannot see well. So what do we do for these persons? So we have what we call the optical aids for low vision. So after you've done the lighting and all those things and all that, remember, low vision doesn't start until we have made sure that we've done everything we can in terms of medical, optical. Now, after that, you can then have the optical aids. What we can do, starting, depending on the severity of the vision loss, we can give them what we call high-powered lenses or glasses for reading. When that does not help as much, then we now move on to what we call magnifiers.
Yeah.
Magnifiers are not prescription lenses, okay? And the magnifiers, you have different kinds of magnifiers.
See the magnifiers we use in science class?
Oh yes, that we can have that. So the handheld magnifiers.
Yeah.
Okay, these are examples of several handheld magnifiers. Some of them you hold with your hand, or you can just put on whatever you are using. So this is a handheld magnifier, but you put it on. So you realize that the text inside
are
bigger. And the line there helps whoever is doing that to read. So he moves the magnifier across to help him to see better. There are also others that you use the hand to do that. And we also have even spectacle magnifiers.
Those very thick ones.
Yes, they will look thick. You see, that's one of the challenges. Sometimes the low vision devices do not look very conventional.
They're very thick. It's like a bulging,
yes,
lens.
Yes, so this is my colleague, Dr. Caleb who is demonstrating how to use that. This is a stand magnifier. So he puts the stand magnifier over the text and it becomes bigger so he can see.
So you move it around when you're reading?
Yes, you have to move. For these ones, you will move it. There are different kinds for different tasks. Remember, in low vision, we are concentrating on how to maximize your vision for certain tasks that you can do. So in this case, say reading or you're working. So the handheld magnifiers will do that. Magnifiers can also be electronic, like we saw the hand of Professor Werner Eisenberg. He was holding, yes, this was at a session that we had. So you see, you can press the plus and it becomes bigger.
Louder.
Or, yes, or
it's
make
bigger,
it smaller.
sorry.
Yes. So these are handheld digital devices that you can use to also magnifiers to magnify the text.
What's the difference between low vision and blindness?
Very good question. So low vision is not blindness. Let me say that first.
Yeah.
Low vision is not blindness. In low vision, the technical definition, the vision is, say, at best 618, but at worst 360. Let me do this one. So if a normal sighted human being can see as far as 60 meters away, for that person, we have to bring it close to 3 meters before he can see. That's a huge gap. Now, in blindness, legal blindness, less than that vision is legal blindness.
Say that again.
Or, okay, let's take it again.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
I don't know if well, definitely, I don't know. You never experienced it. I've never experienced it.
Okay.
How do I say this? Is blindness black?
Oh, blindness, we can generally, when we say blindness, we know that the person cannot see at all. However, in practical terms, in some blindness, legal blindness, the person may even be able to see light.
Right.
Yeah. So
and see movement. Can you see movement?
Limited, very limited.
So you can see things moving around, but you can't see who.
Hardly. In the technical definition for blindness, legal blindness, we are looking at somebody who, like I said, a 360. If we measure his vision, at best, in the best eye will be 360. Okay, 360 means that when something is 60 meters away, we can all see. But for that person, you have to bring it close to 3 meters. That's the best vision a legally blind person can have. Close to 3 meters. I mean, this is not 3 meters, but close to 3 meters before the person can see it. Or the field of vision is less than 10 degrees. The field of it. Normally, you can see at least like 120 degrees wide. I mean, you can see that wide clearly. But imagine going reduced to 10 degrees. There you are classified legally blind. And then we have to do others. But a person living with low vision has better vision than this. Just he's not able to walk around easily. So we've done the optical aids. Oh, I forgot to mention. So then there is also the CCTV. It's like, CCTV, of course, like what we have all around for surveillance. But in this one, it's a screen. Yes, that's my colleague again, Dr. Caleb. And so that is the machine. This is the script down there of whatever he's working on. And then it's magnified onto a screen so that he can see it much easily.
And is that close?
Well,
does it always have to be that close?
No, it doesn't. It depends on the person's vision. We call the working distance. All these are considered when we are considering what device would assist the person.
It's triggering me. That's why I asked. I feel like it's too close.
Well, for some of them, they may have to come close to see clearly. Some can move a little behind. All depends on the person's level of vision. So we consider all these. Apart from that, even the person's health, physical health. Some health conditions may not help the person to bend over and all that. We consider that. So yes, this is the CCTV. Again, Prof. Werner Eisenberg here when we were having a session some time ago. So this is the CCTV. And this same CCTV can be modified such that it can be used in a classroom. So a child or even an adult or a teenager with low vision is in class. We can set this thing up. It will have a camera like this.
Is it expensive?
It can be expensive. It may not all of them are that expensive, but honestly, it can be expensive. So with this, the camera is set to the board, so the child can follow whatever is happening in class.
So let's talk about the low vision therapists. Do we have adequate low vision therapists in Ghana? Trained low vision therapists?
Adequate? No. We need a lot more. You see, I'm sure this is like something new you are hearing. We don't hear of this. We either hear of people seeing or people not seeing. What about those in between? We hardly hear of them. There are several centers actually across the country. I think maybe the production center document, I don't know if they saw it. There are about 14 centers, low vision centers.
Oh, in Ghana?
Yes, in Ghana.
In the whole of Ghana, not
in
Accra?
In the whole of Ghana, not in Accra.
Is it enough?
It's far or woefully inadequate, actually. Woefully inadequate. So recently...
Do they teach this in school?
Yes. I was taught this in school.
Low vision.
Yes, but you see, just like you are taught all these, there are also others who now go and subspecialize in low vision. And we have a very few of them in Ghana. So even recently, the LC Corona Foundation funded this project called the KNUST Low Vision Project. So where Hochschule University in Germany, Prof. Werner, with Professor Dr. Akufu of the KNUST Department of Optometry came together to train and get some satellite clinics for low vision. So we had 3 other satellite clinics set up in Kumasi, in addition to the KNUST hospital. In Accra, there is of course, Kolebu Hospital, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, the eye department. You can go there for help. 37 Military Hospital. Accra Rehabilitation Center. Accra Rehabilitation Center is a good place too that you can look at. I mean, several others. When they have it, I'm sure they can project it. Yeah. Yes. And of course, yours truly, we are setting up a low vision, Third Eye Vision Center. We're setting up a low vision clinic. So anyone who needs help can also come. Actually, the equipment, the aids actually on their way.
All right. We saw you.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw some of
they are on their way.
Right.
So,
but now, in Ghana, do we have a lot of people just in between?
Oh, we do. We do. Unfortunately, I don't have the statistics for now. But to be very honest with you...
say people who walk into your space.
Yesterday, I had one. The day before, I had one. Yes. And you see, these are those who have had people to help them come to the clinic.
Yeah, and there are some that nobody's helping them.
And they don't walk around, so you would think that no one has problems.
And they might probably think, oh, I'm blind already, but it's just
exactly.
low vision.
They may think there is no hope at all for them, but there is hope. There is hope. There is that. There's also, in addition to all this, you can take advantage of technology. So where we have the optical devices, I mean, before I even go to that, the next one, in the optical devices, we've seen the magnifiers, we've seen the spectacle magnifiers. Yeah. We even have telescopes that you can wear. They're like glasses, to see far.
Right.
And then now we also have what we call filters. This is to help with contrast. People who have problems like retinal problems especially, they are unable to see clearly. This is a filter. Good. So you can clip it on. Today I'm really using Provena. You can clip it on, and then for some people with retinal issues, you won't believe the difference that this makes for them.
So the filters come in different colors?
Yes, different colors, because there are different problems. And which will affect, there are different cells at the back of our eyes which detect the colors.
So somebody might need the red, somebody might need the yellow, the blue, and the green.
Right. Yeah, so the filters really help with the contrast and then glare of light. There are some people, while I've mentioned lighting, there are some people who live with low vision that actually the lighting, they don't really want it a lot. They get glare easily. So this is, this one the clinician will take a look at and know what exactly to do for the person. So apart from these optical devices, then we have the audio devices you can use.
Okay,
Yes, that will read and help you to navigate. AI has really helped us in this.
We thank God.
Yeah.
Anyway, Doc, what's the tip of the day?
Well, so the tip of the week is low vision is not blindness, and early detection or early rehabilitation can really help you live independently. You should not think you are blind or you are just very disabled if you have low vision.
All right.
Let's check you.
All right. Thank you, Doc. So how can people reach out to you in case they want to reach out to you?
Okay, so you can reach me on my social handles. August Derry on TikTok. August Derry, Dery on Instagram. On Facebook, I'm Augustine Derry. But if you want to come by to say Third Eye Care and Vision Center, have your eyes checked, please call 025 6022 833. Again, 025 6022 833.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Christy.
Dr. It's really nice having you on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking to Dr. Augustine Derry, who's an optometrist at the Third Eye Care and Vision Center. He is also a GOA 2024 Best Optometrist and a Fellow of the American Academy of Optometry. He knows his job. He knows his thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Doctor in the House, and my name is Chris Carter. See you next week.
In Christ alone, my hope is found, my God. Hey.
Hello family, this is Reverend Andrews Nawintia. I want to personally invite you and your family to the family consecration service. In a time when families are facing so many pressures and distractions, it is important to pause, come together and realign our lives with God. This service is a moment to pray, a moment to dedicate our homes, our children, and our future into the hands of God. It is also a time for us to believe God together for healing, restoration, and fresh direction. The Bible says in Joshua chapter 24 and the verse 15, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." This is an opportunity to make this declaration real in your family. Join us on Friday, 1st May at 6 a.m. at the Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel International, Accra. Come with your loved ones. Come with your family. Come expectant. God is ready to meet your family. I look forward to seeing you there. God bless you.
Scorned by the ones he came to save, till on that cross.
What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
We have many songs like Baby Careful in Bomamiete.
Because, hey! I know!
Ete like me nation habu Eshima Papa.
What the?
Amyokoma ye habu foi.
Okay, foi. A foi.
Tu bami dada malapama awude devinya banu gbo.
What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
Is it gospel or what?
Wool up, just wool up.
So when you sing a gospel song to a child, it will make them sleep. Okay, let's take it again. What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
Maybe cool song.
You say?
Cool song.
Season 2 is here! Have you ever wondered how your favorite things are made?
Or what really happens in places you see every day?
Then get ready for Season 2 of the Wonder Space Show with Miss Natalie! This season,
the adventures are bigger.
And there's even more to explore!
We take a closer look at how things are made.
From everyday treats
to machines that move us around.
All made right here in Ghana!
In this season, we also discuss discover exciting places around Ghana.
Where ships come and go.
Where books are waiting to be read.
And where messages are sent near and far. We meet inspiring people with big ideas.
From discovering a powerful plant with a cool story.
To learning how to take care of our smile.
And yes,
the DIY activities are back.
Fun experiments,
creative challenges,
and exciting activities you can try at home.
Are you ready?
Then gather around
and let the adventure begin.
You don't want to miss season 2 of the Wonder Space Show with Miss Natalie.
Welcome back. This is still Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. It's now time for us to bring you sports. And Yalmin is in studio to bring us what is happening in the world of sports. Yalminta?
Yes,
what do you have
Phillips, Nilati. Piscata.
Yalmin.
Yes, I have some Champions League related news to discuss with you guys. Okay. So, as you well know, yesterday we had the second semi-final of the Champions League play out last night, and that was a matchup between Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. Atletico Madrid of Spain, or the Spanish La Liga, and Arsenal obviously from the English Premier League. They faced off, and yes, it ended in a 1-1 draw. And yeah, compared to the PSG Bayern Munich game that was played on Tuesday, this game fell a little bit short of the excitement and even the goals that we witnessed in that PSG game. Because in that PSG Bayern Munich game, it was 5-4.
Oh, wow.
It ended 5-4. So 9 goals, in total. And yeah, peak at the Allianz Arena in Munich. And so the winner will go over to the final. And at this point, it's not too clear which team will qualify to the next stage, which is the final game. Because one game ended 1-0. It can go either way. And the other game ended 5-4. Okay. And the other team, which is the team that lost in that game, that's Bayern Munich, they are more than capable of scoring more than 1 goal to be able to qualify to the next stage and be able to shut out PSG in that particular game. So it's very poised, the Champions League, and it just highlights the kind of quality that you expect at this level in the competition. It was the 2 games were good. The Tuesday game was brilliant for the fans. It was just brilliant for the neutral fans. Just sit back, enjoy end-to-end counter-attacking football, no holds barred. You score, I score, you score, I score. Attacking football, it was just brilliant. Then yesterday's game or last night's game, it was a little bit more for the coaches, people who are into the tactics, the structure, organization. How did this team set up defensively? Yeah, so I think both worlds got what they wanted. As in one game, the fans got what they wanted. Loads of entertainment, loads of goals, loads of attacking phases or attacking sequences. Then the second game, yeah, kind of tilted towards the tacticals, as they are called these days. So yeah, the Champions League once again delivered. But a quick update on next week's PSG Bayern Munich game. Achraf Hakimi, who is the reigning African Footballer of the Year, he's from Morocco. He played in that infamous AFCON final against Senegal. He picked up an injury in their game against Bayern Munich. It later got confirmed that it was a thigh injury and that he'll be out for multiple weeks. And so what that means is that he's been ruled out for that second leg encounter, which will take place next week. But he'll be fully fit for the World Cup. He's not one of those players who are likely or who will definitely miss out on the World Cup because of injury. His is a thigh injury that is not too serious, and that in a couple of weeks' time he will be able to recover and return to action. So yeah, for Morocco fans out there, I doubt they're any in Ghana aside Moroccans who are in Ghana because of all that happened in that aftermath of the Senegal-Morocco game in the AFCON. And so, yeah, that's the latest on the UEFA Champions League. And before I run out, a bit of good news for the Black Stars.
Okay.
Enes Nyama has returned to training. He suffered an ACL injury some time back, multiple months ago, and he has returned to training. And so, yeah, that's the update on the Black Stars. And people are holding out for hope to see if he could potentially get some good games in and maybe make it to the Black Stars World Cup squad. So we are monitoring how things go, how things will go. But for me, I think, you know what, for the players' safety and for the players' overall career, to protect it, we should just let him be. Especially when he plays in a position where we have multiple options. Yeah, just let him be. Protect his career. Even people are even calling for Lamine Yamal to not go to the World Cup because he's picked up hamstring injury, groin injury, hamstring injury, groin injury. And you are 18 years. At this early stage of your career, you want to go and play in such an intense competition like the World Cup when you've had all these recurring injuries. So some even have even suggested that he should just stay and miss out on this World Cup. After all, yes, you never know what lies ahead. But like you said, you are young. You are just 18 years. You'll turn 19 later this year. You have at least 3 World Cups in you because the World Cup comes around every 4 years. So if you at least you manage your level of physical preparation well, you can, and you train very well, you can play like 3 World Cups. True. And so there's no need to risk your career to play this World Cup because trust me, there are repercussions. We've seen it happen before. Michael Owen, he burst onto the scene, brilliant player. He suffered an injury, played through injury, and he was never the same after about 5 years. It happens. Some players, we know some players where they even struggle to walk up the staircase because they suffered injuries. They kept taking injections upon injections. I'll play.
It was in the case.
And so, yeah, for me, there's more to life beyond this World Cup. Ghana shouldn't act like everything about the Black Stars, about Ghana football, is about the World Cup. There is life beyond the World Cup. Immediately after the World Cup, guess what? In October, the qualifiers for the AFCON 2027 commences. So just let Enes Nyama be. All the players that are injured, Salisu Mohammed, Daniel Kofi, Mohamed Kudus, just let them be. Even Abdul Momin, he also returned to training for Rayo Vallecano, also off an ACL injury. Just let them be. Let them relax. Take time to recuperate fully. Then we can engage them after the World Cup. So yeah, that's a wrap up.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. You can get more of this on World Cup Central tomorrow at 3 p.m. I don't know if you'll be here in the morning tomorrow, but if not, then watch World Cup Central and get the juice.
Yeah, and the money has also been released by FIFA.
Don't worry.
Yeah, 12.5 million.
That's how we wrap up today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. Nana Tufo Boatin started the show. I'm Philip Nilate.
And my name is Chris Carter. See you tomorrow. Bye.
This Mother's